Yo, 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 what's going on? It's your boy Trigger Mike here on a Trigger Mike Friday. It is Friday, June 9th, 2023. Thank y'all for coming and joining with me today on this topic. I appreciate that. It's Payday Friday. For those of y'all that want to send some love to the Lapeef Network, please do so. We always appreciate your contribution to the show. Anything you can give is much appreciated. And thank you for that. Change my resolution here real quick. But yeah, man, welcome to the Trigger Mike Show on the Lapeef Network, the greatest network on YouTube. Greetings and thanks to everybody watching. Greetings and thanks to all of our viewers nationwide and international. Please hit that like button on your way in. Subscribe to the network if you have not. Something I need for y'all today, because now the subscriber count seems to be going through the roof. They must have had us on hold or something. But I'm looking at it and it's going up. So what I need y'all to do is share this out with the people. Share this out with your Instagram followers. Share this out with your Facebook. And all your group chats. Let them know this is what you're watching to get you through your workday. And this is actually going to get us through the summer. All right. Some of y'all need something to do. Y'all are at home. Y'all are cleaning up. This is what we got for y'all, man. Hang out with Trigger Mike on the Lapeef Network and forward this out to people to let them know that you are listening and engaging in interesting topics. Because the panel isn't only lit on the Trigger Mike Show, the chat is lit on the Trigger Mike Show. This chat is absolutely amazing. And all of the Lapeef shows, the chat is always going bananas. So make sure you invite people to become part of the chat. The chat is actually really fun. I'm thinking about creating a troll account just so I can troll in the chat. I don't like trolls necessarily, but I see why it's fun because I get excitement out of it when I do it. So yeah, invite them to troll in the chat. All are welcome. Okay. Even if your opinion is BS, I guess it's welcome too. So appreciate that. Please share this out with people. Let them know we're on our way to 100,000 subscribers. All right. There's no reason the Lapeef Network shouldn't have 1 million. It is the greatest network on YouTube, and y'all already know. All right. Shout out to the sponsor, Tiege Hanley. 30% off along with a free gift. The link is in the description. Father's Day is almost here, so make sure you grab that Tiege pack for the men in your life. Your father, your husband, your boyfriend, your husband and your boyfriend. I know how y'all get down, some of y'all. Your brother, your cousin, anybody in your life that you want to introduce to good, uncomplicated skincare, make sure to get them a pack of that Tiege Hanley. Once again, 30% off, along with a free gift. The link is in the description down below, and hopefully y'all can take advantage of that. Please do so. Support the show. Please support the show and all shows. I know y'all think I'm squared away, and Trigger Mike don't need no money, but it's always good to see people supporting these broadcasts because, like I said, I watch y'all and I see the same people in the chat tricking money off when the pretty ass ladies are up here on their own show because y'all just like to watch titties bounce or something. I don't know, but men are tricks. So, like I said, if you don't want to hurt the quality of the show, I will get some strippers back here if y'all don't start supporting the Trigger Mike show. I will just have ass shaking behind my head. All right. Stop playing with me. Support the show. I know I rock with y'all. Y'all rock with me too. Please support the show. And you can do so by forming a super chat. And if the show is over and you still like to show your support and engage in the comments, which is always great, you can send a super thanks. I see people doing that as well. And I thank you for that. And any support that you give to these networks, we appreciate it. All right. Who's in the chat? Y'all were lit early. I was in a work meeting, y'all. Sorry I started the show late, but that's going to happen from time to time, little impromptu meetings and whatnot. Brandon, what's going on, my man? Marvin Smith, what's up? What's up? Jill's Chocolate Boutique, always in the building. Yep, Trey, what's going on? What's up? Trey actually inspired this topic. Well, I was going to talk about it yesterday, but I couldn't make it. I had a bunch of meetings yesterday. Demetrius, what's going on? What's up? Daryl Brown, my man. Dale Matthew, always in the building, always faithful. Green Gang is in the building. What's up? The link is in the chat. I need y'all to come up early. I'm going to drop it again because y'all need to come up and talk with me. This is going to be a short monologue. These young boys are screwing up, and we need to talk about it because this is getting on my nerves. This is really getting on my nerves, y'all. Quincy Frierson, what's up, my man? What is up? Welcome, welcome. Ali's Greed, what's up? What's up? Demetrius Carter, my man, what's going on? Advanced Perception, what's going on? DMT Zell, come up and chat with me on the panel, man. But let's get into it, man. Today's topic is young men make dumb decisions. It's actually been a roller coaster of a week. It's been a roller coaster of a week. We've had what is it, Travis Rudolph, that whole thing. Man, support, like, really, I wish I was like a super, super rich man. I wish I was a super, super rich man because I would just because that was a Second Amendment involved incident, I would drop a million. I would drop a million cash on that dude. And was like, go live life. In fact, that's not even enough. I drop a million cash on him and employ him somehow. Because now he got a story to tell, man. He gonna be infamous in these streets. Any way you want to look at it, this attention may even hurt his life. People look at it like it's a victory. I don't know. A lot of people have mixed feelings about this type of thing. And I'm gonna tell you, on that Travis Rudolph thing, I can't stand people. I can't stand people. Dudes, let me know if you saw this too. A lot of ladies on my Facebook. Facebook is usually where I see a lot of the people that I went to college with, a lot of people that I know that are my age mates in my age group. I usually we still use Facebook. We old. All right. We were around when Facebook debuted. There was literally a Facebook rep on our campus trying to get us to sign up for an account. I remember him like hovering over me in my dorm at the computers downstairs, like, we got this great new app, man. You should try it. I'm like, first of all, this is a black college. What are you doing here, white guy? Trying to get people to sign up for Facebook. So, yes, we still use Facebook. So, all of these ladies on Facebook, and anything involving a woman and her being upset and her brothers, they were all on her side. Then the verdict came out. Now they all on the dude's side. Ooh, I can't stand y'all flip-flopping ass. Ooh, I can't stand that. Don't be on his side now. Don't be on his side because he won. Y'all weren't on his side the whole time. Don't be on his side now. That man's life is ruined because of that woman. And these are going to be critical turning points in history because, like I said, if you're going to participate in society in a certain way, if you're going to be out here putting yourself at the forefront, people are going to start to criticize and scrutinize your decision making. That woman made all black women look bad. I don't care what y'all say. That is a very, very common occurrence. And I didn't speak on it today because Travis Rudolph, if I'm, just talking to you personally, you ain't off the hook either, my brother. We got to make better decisions in women. That ain't the first time she did something like that. Cut her ass off, bro. Cut her ass off. As a black man, you don't get the benefit of the doubt. Everybody's going to think you had some culpability in the matter. You must have done something. So when it comes to your own personal protection, safety, and peace of mind, any woman that disrupts that shit, cut her the fuck off. None of them are worth it. Not one. So that's where his culpability lies. But that lady made all black women look bad. She thought she was going to lie. She thought her feelings were going to echo and resound with everybody because that's how women feel. Well, I felt like he did me wrong. So I had the justification to do all of that. And the reason why this is going to resonate with her, and we probably haven't heard the last of her and the consequences and everything that might transpire because that lady is going to have to deal with the fact that she got her brother killed. Am I wrong? Isn't her brother the one that got offed? It wasn't a friend. It was her actual blood brother that ended up taking a bullet. That's terrible. Those men have culpability as well. You don't let women lead you from one place to the next with their emotions. You're supposed to be the logical one. Now somebody is deleted because of that lady and her emotions. Can't control her damn emotions. But Travis Rudolph's life is never going to be the same. I'd drop a whole million on his head if I could. I hope all of the NFL people that were once his teammates, and even those that are not, should literally drop him. Everybody should drop him 20 grand and be like, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy. I'm sorry that happened to you. I'm going to finance something for you off to the side. You know what I mean? Because likely they don't want to get ostracized for doing it out loud. But shout out to him for beating that case. Like I said, that's a Second Amendment case. And when it comes to castle doctrine, I am 100% for that. Anybody comes to your front doorstep threatening you, blow their freaking head off on your doorstep. In Texas, if you live in Texas. I'm not getting into any other laws anywhere else. But come to my house tripping, I would have done you the same way. In fact, well, everybody's standing there, head getting blown off. Straight up. Forget that. Well, I see y'all in the back. I'll bring y'all up in a second, but we need to talk about this. Why are young ballers so stupid? Young black ballers, why are they so stupid? Anybody in the chat, please participate. Let me know why these young men are so dumb. This is a terrible phenomenon, considering that most of them, or even some of them, have father figures. This is the part I want to talk about and I want to dive a little deep into. I got some people in the back. I'm going to bring y'all up in a sec. I'm going to drop that link again so we can talk about this because I'm perplexed. I'm wondering what is going on. Why are y'all seeing such a bad problem? And I think I got the answer. This is a cultural problem. This is a cultural problem. Almost none of the white ball players get their business put out there like this. It happens, of course. Yes, it does happen. But this is a black issue. Why the hell does it keep happening to black athletes? What the hell are you looking at? Why aren't you learning from other people's mistakes? Jesus, Zion Williamson, so stupid. That man's so dumb. But let me, you know, I'm not even going to monologue. I'm going to just bring the fellas up because I want to talk about this. What's going on, y'all? Good afternoon.
What's the word? What's the
What's
word?
good? What's good?
The word is these athletes are dumb as hell, man. That's the word. Wait. I didn't even know. Hold on. Let me just tell y'all how bad this is. I didn't even know. I told JR like last night I wanted to do this topic. I'm thinking he got put out by the corn star. And then he put in the thumbnail a third woman. So I had to read about that while the timer was going like, what? A third woman that came out of this dude. So y'all talk to me.
There's a few more. There's a few more that just haven't come out yet.
Damn. Y'all talk to me. Ashton, we're going to start opening thoughts with you. What is going on with these young ballers and their badass decision making?
You know how it was when you was young, looking for love in all the wrong places. Come on now. You can't even tell me you won.
Looking for love.
Hell yeah.
They're looking
21,
for ass.
21, 22. I seen the messages now. He was like, how much I got to pay you to move out here? He did that willingly.
Oh, yeah. I'm not even mad. So let me be. So I always like to look at things from both scopes, right? Both sides of the coin. I have no idea how the hell I would have behaved at. He's like 22, right? At 22, with $190 million contract. I have no idea what my behavior would have been like. But because of my upbringing and who raised me, I knew I wouldn't be going out like him. So y'all talk to me. DMTZL, what's going on? What's up with your boy?
Man, look, when you put this in perspective, if you look at the 2019 NBA draft class, right?
Yep.
You just go to those top 15. You got Ja Morant. You got Zion Williamson. Down at 5, you got Jordan Poole. And then we got our buddy PJ Washington. These are all 4 brothers who have been in the media in the last year and a half, either dealing with women or with guns. Whether they're getting finessed, spending $500,000 for a date with Ice Spice, whether they're getting finessed by Brittany Renner, whether they're paying for porn stars and getting them pregnant, you know, and they waving guns around. Like, we got all of that in one draft class, one top 15.
Damn.
And yeah, the 2019 class is down bad right now. I think these brothers are getting bad instruction, bad direction.
Yeah.
I don't think the older NBA crowd is really helping them and guiding them like they should. I was watching Gilbert Arenas talking about the Zion situation on his show. I watched a little clip. And what he's saying just is like, what? Like, he's basically
but Gilbert's in no place to talk. He brought a gun into the locker room.
Yeah,
Like,
he been condoning this stuff.
nah. Gilbert is on cam, or I'm sorry, on audio saying F his kids. So I don't listen to nothing. I don't listen to nothing.
Right.
Gilbert,
Yeah, and it's
Gilbert is
just
not the authority.
he got a
to
few
be
screws
speaking.
loose.
Yeah,
it's
Gilbert's not the
just I
authority
don't
to be
think
speaking.
these brothers really understand the position they in and how valuable they are. I think they running this around with money and they horny, and they doing whatever they can to get whoever they want. Like they scrolling through Instagram, like who can I get? Oh, Ice Spice. Let me DM her, tell her I paid $500,000. Oh, Mariah Mills. I seen her on Pornhub. Let me reach out to her and see what she come rock with me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they ain't having. I would much prefer them being in a position where they getting finessed by a woman nobody knows about, and it just happens. Like, you can live with that, right? You can live with that. You thought you got a low-key girl that was for you, and she ended up, taking your money. You can live with that. But when y'all out here knowingly messing with women that have been passed around by everyone, they cam girls, they strippers, they porn stars. I just don't get it. Like, they don't make sense to me. And then they wonder why they end up in the media like this, because this is what those kind of women are going to do to you when you make them mad. They have the power to tarnish your name because they got the following. So all they got to do is put a couple tweets out, and your reputation is gone. So I just don't get it, man.
When the corn star chick was like, "You better hope I'm not pregnant," I was like, "No, you did not. You did not." First off, I hope y'all don't think I'm cap. I wouldn't even take her down, bro. I wouldn't.
No, I wouldn't either.
No.
But you know what, Trigger Mike? This is the
Here y'all
caveat
go
to that,
lying again.
right?
Here y'all go
I
lying.
bet you.
Oh no, let's get
can,
Trey in here. Go
let's
ahead.
be real,
my
bro.
bad. Because Trey was.
Here y'all go lying. Here y'all go lying again. The only way to actually find out whether or not y'all wouldn't do it is to legitimately put her right in front of y'all, butt naked, and see what decision y'all would make. That's the only way. Otherwise, it's just talk. Listen. It's easy for us to sit here and say what they can and what they should be doing. I don't know what I would be doing if I was 22 years old and I had $200 million at my disposal. When I was 22 years old and I was in the Air Force traveling the world, I was getting it in. And I did not have $200 million. And I was getting it in Germany, in South Korea, in Guam, and Hawaii, and wherever else I was at when I was on these TDYs. I can't tell a grown man, and I'm not going to pocket watch him. Listen, at some point in time, I think the men in his camp need to step up, but obviously they're not going to. The men in John Morant's camp haven't stepped up to help him. The men in PJ Walker's camp didn't step up to help him. And obviously nobody's in the ear of Jordan Poole. So it seems to me that the older men in these camps have decided to be more hands-off. They've decided that they're not going to help. And that could be one of two things. It could be that they've tried to help and the information wasn't received well, or the younger crowd has just decided they're not going to listen regardless. I don't know which one it is, but I think it's very easy for a lot of men to sit up on panels and say what they would and what they would not do when you're not 22 years old with $200 million. I have no idea what that man's going, what he's thinking, what he's feeling. I will also say this at the end though. Just because you have money doesn't change whether or not you're a cornball. If you were a cornball before you had the money, you're still a cornball afterwards. I think obviously, the tweets and the text messages prove that Zion probably never had any game. It's obvious. He probably never had any game. And what he's using is his status and his money to get what he wants. And he's picking the women that he's always desired. And I think that most 22-year-olds who have $200 million, that's exactly what they would do. They would pick the women that they've always desired. He's just doing what he thinks is right. And obviously he'll learn his lesson. Oh, girl's going to take him to the cleaners. We all know. Every man on this panel can see what's going to happen to him. That girl's going to take him to the cleaners. She's going to get a tax every month off of him. And hopefully he learns his lesson the hard way. Or he'll end up like Sean Kemp, who has 7 kids by 6 different women. He'll learn the hard way. Or the other guy. There's another guy that used to play in the NBA. I think he's got 14 kids by 9 different women. He'll learn the hard way. Otherwise, what I'd like to see Zion do is get focused, lose some weight, go play some basketball, and get focused, and leave. But he's never going to leave these women alone. That's not going to happen. That's just a part of who a lot of these ball players are. It's a part of the makeup. But porn star, yeah, I'm sure he's not the only one. I'm guarantee you he's not the only one paying him. He's the only one stupid enough to get caught.
Yeah. I actually want to talk to about that. I don't feel so. Just like you said, that's my overarching consensus. People need to stop acting like this stuff isn't normal.
Mm-hmm.
I absolutely know. Just like Trey said, when I was a young whippersnapper with no money, I got the most ass. I like literally, like you see what I'm saying, going around the world, going around my area, with my dogs. Like you could literally just get ass with no money. Just being fly, wearing the right sneakers, cutting your hair the right way. This dude got 200 mil.
And clout.
Lord knows.
And clout. He plays professional basketball.
And clout, exactly. And a big name. But so we can't act like it doesn't happen. But I will say that there is a method. There is a method to the madness. And the very least all the other players can do for you is let you know how to protect your brand and not get your name put out there. Because I'm not the dude to be like, don't do it. I know that's unrealistic. But they'd be like, listen, bro, you're a brand. You're an actual name. When they say Zion, you're a name. These women, the way you're doing it, the way you're carrying it, they will tarnish that name, and then you're unemployable, you're unendorsable, so on and so forth. But Kasim, you got the floor, bro.
Trey made some really good points, right? If you've been a cornball in high school, you're gonna be a cornball when you got 200 million.
Yeah.
Right. And I can relate. When I got out the military, I was 22. And I didn't have, my pockets wasn't full like that, but I was still doing some things, and I went after, those desires. So I think what it is that, as you said, Trigger Mike, man, the culture, the pull, man, is strong. What he's seeing on social media is strong. What he has access to is strong. And I'm pretty sure that he did have some mentors that was whispering in his ear. All of these colleges and these NBA teams, they have these liaisons that tell them about the different cultures, what to expect in the league, who to stay away from, and who to go towards. So I'm sure that he has gotten that information from those men. But again, that culture, man, is so strong. Now he has an opportunity with no questions asked to get the girls that he always wanted to get, the ones that gave him the stiff arm. Regards to this stripper, this OnlyFans, this girl, she gonna get him. She made the statement clear as day that you better hope that I'm not pregnant. It wouldn't surprise me if she's out right now trying to get inseminated by some dude, right, and then put it on him. How many times have we seen that where women go out and get pregnant and they put it on other children?
At this point, so he can get the
that's a good point, Kasim. That's a good point.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it because she knows where he is mentally. So she's out right now, trying to get inseminated by any dude as quick as possible, just so it can fit within that time frame where she said that they was together, right? So I think as men, we really gotta, protect our seed, as best as possible, in knowing what these women out here are all about, man. But Trey, you hit it on the head, fam.
All right, Mr. Rich, opening thoughts. These dumbass.
Yeah, man. How you doing? How you guys doing? I'm out of town, so it's a little bit different. Listen, I hear about this. I agree with Trey, but the one thing I'm gonna add, it's not just young men. Men are complete idiots and assholes when it comes to women. And we can sit down here and cap with each other all we want, but throughout history it's proven that women absolutely control the sexual marketplace. And all the fucking guys who sit around here thinking, I'm so cool, I could talk the panties off a woman, she already decided she was going to give you some ass anyway. So she just giving you an opportunity to talk your way out of it. Man, we can sit down here, I can go tit for tat throughout history. And it's proven wars, the political decisions, presidents, bums, everybody, men are just assholes when it comes to women. That's why they do the things they do. And again, they still try to put it off on the fact that, you're responsible for getting me pregnant and all that. No. One thing, a couple of things. One, women like to be raw dogged even more than men want a raw dog. Men don't even realize that. You think you're putting your Johnson in a woman raw because she's been talked into it? She wants you to do it. That's so, and you do it. Let me tell you, and every man who says, nah, I did it because I'm the man, that means you're on YouTube committing a criminal act. right? If a woman tells you no about wearing a condom or not wearing a condom, and you say, I'm going to take it the way I want it anyway, then you're admitting a criminal act. In all 50 states and at the federal and a local level, women absolutely control everything about sex. And men, we're just this stupid ass pawns. And it's not just young guys. Ime Udoka is a one case in point. But all the women he could stroke, he strokes the Boston Celtics, a wife of the Boston Celtics hierarchy. How idiotic is that? And he's 45 years old. He was supposed to go through his sexual transmutation. He didn't do it. So we need to stop the cap and act like we have some control in the sexual marketplace. We absolutely do not. We make one stupid mistake after another. And, now there's an age of discernment that men go through. I'm going to land it on this. It's not like we're hopeless, right? You get to a certain age, and even at the point of coitus, you'll say, listen, you know what? 21 years of child support flashes in front of your face, and you say, okay, you know what? If I can't put a condom on, it's not happening today. You guys tell me what percentage of men actually do that. If you can get to 10%, that's a good day at any age. And if you're 18 to 30, it's probably more like 3%. So we got to just stop fooling ourselves. When a man is smart about his sexual habits, he's learned something. He's actually learned something. He's more mature because it ain't easy. And you guys go through your sexual history and tell me what's one of the hardest things you had to do as a decision. And that's turn down box. That's turn down box. You could make all kinds of other financial decisions and all this kind of stuff. But some guys, the hardest decision they ever made was turn down some trim. So I'm going to just land it there. And I could argue with everybody on this panel till I'm blue in the face. On this one, I'm not backing down. I'm absolutely right. Women control everything about sex. And until we understand that, the one thing that we need to always maintain is to not let them control us on that. Because if they do, you're lost. And I'll just leave it
All right. Furious Styles. What's up? What's going on?
What's up, bro? You all right?
Yeah. What you got? Opening thoughts.
Man, I personally think, man, the money just amplifies who they already were, especially as far as Ja and Zion. Zion would have been your typical Pookie if he wasn't in the league. He just would have been knocking up broke chicks rather than porn stars. And Ja would have been your typical fake thug out here in the streets running, pretending to be something he ain't. You know what I mean? And I think so having money just kind of having money just put it on Front Street. Now we hear about it because they got money. Otherwise, they'd have been your old regular Joe back on the block doing the same stuff. That's my thought.
All right. King Spark, what's going on, my guy?
What up? What up? What up? What up? Yeah, man. Basically, the only reason we're hearing about this shit is because they got cell phones, man. This is the age of instant gratification. You could order Alaskan king crab off your cell phone. You could order a purple elephant, a fat booty midget. You could order whatever you want off your phone. Then you got $200 million behind it. They don't even know the meaning of working the money or having to go to the bank to pull the money out to give to the broad. Zion's ages, they put a cell phone in his hand since he was a child. And now he can literally sit in a hotel room. If he see a porn star, whatever he see on the phone, in 4 button presses, that shit will be delivered in less than 24 hours. That's
Damn.
ridiculous. That's what it is though now. So who gonna stop that? I'm telling you, if you really want to see lock a millionaire and lock one of these dudes in a hotel room with unlimited access on the phone and see the type of shit that pulls up to the goddamn door. These dudes, these NBA dudes been getting finessed for years, but there was nobody to screenshot their text messages. There was nobody to screen record their message. They've been flying in the cities getting finessed out their money for years and years and years on, and this shit ain't new. It's just the exposure with the information technology age is what's new. That's all I got.
All right. If you're just tuning in, welcome to the Trigger Mike Show on the Lapeef Network, greatest network on YouTube. Let me get these super chats read. Big Ant $10 said, "You are a Navy man and you late." Not necessarily late. All my times now are going to be tentative. I'll have a time and then I'll have a meeting placed on my calendar. All right. Mr. Rich, $5. Men keep proving me right. Women control access. Hands down, it's not just young men. Advanced Perception, $2. Black women are God. Big Ant says, Mariah Mills, hell no. But if you say Pam Grier or Lisa Bonet from the movie Angel Heart, we might have to sit down and talk. Yeah, Pam Grier, yes, but she's natural. I'm a natural. Like, let's just say men are at least split on it because Trey, you said I'm lying. I told you I had a situation with one of them fake, and literally I was like, what is this turkey leg looking as? No, I was like, no, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it, bro. My body couldn't do it. Not even me.
Remember the other day, Trigger, we were talking about, all these guys are talking about they don't like fake, and look at Zion. All the women he dealing with.
But you're right. But this is actually something I want to get into because I think a lot of these dudes, if I had to be honest, they don't know what they like. They are literally trying to, they're going around trying to experience what they think other people like. That's it. Because the worst part about Zion, especially getting that girl pregnant at his young age, you don't realize that's not wife material, bro. You don't even realize that. Because all your homies, all the rappers, everybody around you is just doing the same thing. You like, it ain't nothing. I got 200 mil. She can have a baby. But then when you get into your adulthood and you want to create the life picture the way it's really supposed to look like, you literally looking at your baby mama like, why the hell did I nothing that hoe? That's how most men feel when they make that mistake. Like, you don't fit in my picture no more. This is terrible. So they just doing.
He was smiling like a fool, man.
Damn. Nah, bro. Well, that's what I'm saying. This is what he thinks the world want to see from him. And the worst part about it, let me tell you, I'm not maladjusted. Here's how I know. Ain't no way in hell I'm gonna be super proud to have a girl all other dudes done smutted. Because if you happy to have a girl that another rapper had, I'm literally like, I know how these dudes get down. This like literally the only thing that I can see in your face is everybody else nut dripping off it. That's what I see when I see these video girls.
She's 30 years old too.
I want a woman nobody else I know had, like, literally. Those are the women I like. Hey, dog, you know her? Nah, she tough though. Where'd she come from? Good. That's the woman I'm taking. Nobody else had her. So something is wrong with these men. And this is that, what's her name?
No.
Lori Harvey effect. They use these women as status symbols.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a symbol of my status because homie over there got her, and I'm trying to prove to the world that I'm on his level. So
look
if
what
I
Shaq
can get her,
doing.
I'm top dog now. It's so
Look at Shaq right now. Look at Shaq right now.
Yes,
Shaq,
not just young men. Not just young men.
That was disappointing. Let's talk about that.
I mean, look at Shaq right now. Shaq old as dirt. He doing
What
the
do we
same
think that is?
goddamn shit.
Hold up. Let me do the Jordan Poole one first, and then we're gonna do Shaq because Shaq is on the list. Jordan Poole paid $500K for a date with Ice Spice.
Is that confirmed?
Why do you think he did that? We're gonna start.
Is that confirmed, Sugar Mike? Is that confirmed?
He never did. He never denied.
Nobody
it.
denied it.
Okay.
In a situation like that, they don't deny it. Then
yeah, exactly. So he didn't deny it.
And I think that what's going on is a lot of these dudes, especially in this era. King Spark touched on it. He said we grew up with a phone, and I'm 26, so I can tell you what most men in my generation have grown up with. We've grown up with easy access to porn. A lot of us have been watching porn since we was like 13.
Yep.
On our phone.
On your phone.
Right? So I think a lot of these dudes maybe they may not be addicted, but I'm sure they watch a lot of porn. I know Zion probably watched a lot of porn, and I could tell he was a cornball.
Let's say corn.
Yeah, corn. We'll say corn. We watched a lot of corn, and I could tell he was a cornball probably up through high school with Duke. He got exposed coming out of Duke by some girl for the messages he was sending. The same type of message he was sending now. It looked the exact same. Like, oh, you're so beautiful, and why are you so beautiful? Like that kind of corny, no game having type guy. So I know Zion was probably a corn watcher. That's why he know who Mariah Mills is, right? Yep. So a lot of these dudes are acting off of fantasy. Like they fantasizing about these women they seen on Instagram, they've seen on Pornhub or whatever site, and they got the money to get access to these women. Like I had a homie in college, they was out of Notre Dame busting down Lisa Ann, right? And everybody was talking about that. And then he was the man because he was getting at Lisa Ann, and everybody know that she's one of those top quality MILFs in that industry. So I think what's really going on is they just acting off fantasy, and since they got the money to access these women, they just doing it. They don't care that they spending the bag to get these women. However they're going to get them in bed, however they're going to say, man, I knocked that down. I got Ice Spice.
Isn't it funny we all know who Lisa Ann is? It's funny. We all know who Lisa Ann is.
Yeah, everybody know who Lisa Ann is.
No, I don't know.
I don't know that.
I have no idea.
I don't.
Go look up Lisa
I
Ann.
don't.
Isn't she one of the white ones? I don't know. But
I don't think she white. I think she like
no. You made a good.
I'm sorry, bro. I didn't mean to cut you off.
You made a good point, because not only is it that you can see, that is a direct. It's not even just them going after corn stars in real life. It's a direct reflection with them in the fakeness of what they think is supposed to be happening in interaction with women, period. Like these women are saying, like, I'm reading the details in these messages where you learn to spit in a girl's mouth during intercourse. Like you learn that stuff from that. That like literally, like you supposed to progress into this stuff. Y'all dudes have literally been watching that stuff so long. These young dudes that they literally want to have. They like everything is an experience. Doing that with a woman is like going to Six Flags for them. Ooh, I got the money to afford her. Let me fly her out. Let me move her out here so I could do that all the time. I would listen. If I was Zion Williamson with the what do you call it? The conscience I have now. Hey, if I did that and ever got put out, there would never be a way that I literally would come on here like that chick lying, because she'll never have any proof. She'll never have any proof. I'm using encrypted phones. I'm returning the message when I want to return it. I'm telling you to come here, then I'm switching the location. You're never gonna be able to put me with that lady, ever. Yuck. But anyway,
I'm trying to sit here and think, if I were 22 and I had $200 million, or if I was Jordan Poole and I think his contract is about $123 million, would I pay $500,000 to go out with a woman that I found attractive? I can't sit here and just unequivocally say no, I wouldn't. I just can't. If I had that kind of money, and that's what I wanted, that's what to me.
Here's why.
Trey.
Do it before or after Draymond knocked
hang on. After, I would look at it the same way as I look at buying a Lambo. I'll look at it the same way as I look at buying a watch. I think a lot of these guys look at these women as they're just, I don't even want to call them commodities. They're just pieces of whatever they want for the moment. Like, I can't see. I know how we see it, but I'm seeing it. If I had $200 million and that's what I wanted, that's what I want.
Let me tell you why that's a bad idea. Practice makes habit, bro. So now not only did you spend an insane amount of money on a chick, and now we don't even know if they don't even talk, right? You set a precedent for what people think about you and what other women are going to expect from you.
Yeah, but I don't think they care. I don't think Shaq cares that we're talking about him being with Brittany Renner. I don't think he gives a damn. Like I can't see Shaq waking up in the morning going, man, I really wonder what those YouTube guys are thinking about me. Like, he doesn't care. I don't think Jordan.
I agree with
cares.
I agree with him too.
So if I'm in a position where I don't care what people think, yeah, I'm gonna go out with Brittany Renner.
You know what? I disagree. I disagree.
I
disagree. I think they're doing it.
Trigger Mike, I'm calling Tiana Trump. It's happening.
You know what?
I'm calling her.
I disagree. I think they're doing it so we can care, but they think that that's the way we want to see them. I think men are doing what women are doing. Like men, this is about vanity. This is the way men expose their insecurities through this type of vanity process. If I get seen with a bad chick, I'm that nigga that can get a bad chick. The worst part about Shaq doing it is that he think at his old ass age, the woman his son should literally be going after, that somehow validates him better to people, his bachelorism or whatever we're gonna call it. Like that's extremely vain, bro. Like so
Hey,
they think
Mike,
Hey, Trigger Mike.
he
Hey,
likes
Trigger
that
Mike.
shit.
Check this out.
can I?
Check this out. Let me say this one thing. And I know half y'all gonna agree, gonna agree when y'all gonna start he and the hawing and shit. But I'm gonna tell you this right now, okay? For all y'all Negroes to say, well, I have a saying. For every man that say that he wouldn't buy no pussy, I always say, you ain't never had no money. If
Right.
you ever had
Right.
some, if you ever had
Right.
some money for real, your ass would you purchase all of those type of things that money can buy.
Exactly.
Man, and
Yeah, he's right, man.
not
He's not
even
lying.
that. A lot of them pay for it in ways other than monetarily. You know what I mean?
Indirectly.
It's all time because even if you
Indirectly,
ain't got
exactly.
no money, you gotta call on the phone, chop it up with her for 2-3 hours. You gotta do something. They
Hey,
just ain't go. They
That's
just ain't
true.
gonna pull you in the closet and
Take
jump
her
on
on a
top of
date.
you.
Yeah, take her on
Let
a
me
date.
ask y'all a question
All them
though.
silly,
let me just say this because I was
all
going to
them
go
silly
next
ass
before
activities.
King Sport.
I'll go ahead.
First of all, I'm going to be real quick. I don't have any issue with Shaq dealing with Brittany Renner. I really don't. Everybody knows she's a freak. My only question with Shaq is this guy's a giant, but he can't. He only wants small little women. That shit trips me out. All those girls are like, except his first wife. All those women are tiny, man. I'd have to have me a bigger ass chick if I'm that tall.
Nah,
She's got to be
pain,
at
No,
least
pain,
you don't.
6'2".
pain,
No, you
pain.
don't.
How tall are you?
No, no,
Pain,
7 feet.
how
I would.
tall are you?
No, not
No,
because we're
listen.
the
How
same
tall
size.
are you, Pain?
He likes
How
I'm
he
only.
tall
likes
are
to
you?
manipulate him
I'm
with one
6 feet.
hand.
I'm six
You
feet.
6 feet. All right.
Yeah,
So I'm 6'3", like 260, right?
yeah.
The easiest chicks for me to bag are the smallest ones. Those are the
No, no,
ones that feel. Those are the ones that feel most cuddly. Those are the
no,
ones
no.
that are
I
like,
like
oh,
minx.
my
I
teddy
call them
bear.
minx. She's a
They're the
minx.
easiest
No, no,
ones.
no. King Spot. Let me say this. I know she's a minx. Okay, so that's just my little joke part of it. I don't see any issue with him dealing with her. Now we know she's on her last straw, but there's something about Brittany. Brittany. I mean, people like her. She's a trip. So I can see them together because Shaq is a hoe.
I think it's for
Oh, he's
clicks.
been, and I think I don't know if they're going to go any further, but I really wouldn't have any issue because he certainly doesn't give a shit how many Johnsons he's up.
Listen, Shaq is not doing
Shaq,
anything new. Shaq has been simping on
Shaq
women for
was with
years.
Superho.
He
Shaq was with
and he
Superhead
was
back in the
with
No,
day.
he
Hoops.
wasn't. No,
And
he
he
Yes,
was
he
wasn't.
with
Yes, he
Hoops.
was.
was.
Yes, he
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 was
was
with
with
was.
Hoops.
Booger.
Superhead back
He
in the
was with
Yes,
day.
he
Superhead.
was.
Yes, sir.
And
Yes, sir.
he was with Hoops. He was
She
Yes,
Hoops
said he
labor
sir.
sweat
Now I
love.
remember who.
profoundly.
No,
Yeah.
they were together
This,
together.
this ain't nothing new for Shaq.
Shaq is an
Not at
idiot.
all.
I'm sorry.
And
He's an
Shaq
idiot.
been
But
simping over
Shaq didn't get caught when he was married though.
what's the girl's name? I can't think of Roxy. He been simping over Roxy for years. This ain't nothing
Who?
new. This was Shaq do.
I'm really
The
not
Spanish girl to
surprised
be
with
on
Shaq either.
like Entertainment Tonight. She used to be on 106 and Park.
I can hear Shaq now. I don't know why y'all think worried about who I'm messing with.
Yep.
These women
But
do.
he ain't get caught. He ain't get caught with Shonny though. He was hiding every day.
But let me ask y'all this though, like going back to high school and college, did y'all ever used to share or try to go after women that your homies had, or everybody had?
I wasn't that dude. I wasn't.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah,
Nah, hell no.
I did.
absolutely.
Uh-uh.
I did.
And I think that's
Wait a
the
minute.
difference.
Hold
'Cause I
on.
know a guy
Hold on.
like
Hold
me,
on.
because he said if you put some of these women in front of you, if you have money, you do it. If you know how you always been, money just gonna amplify you. I know me. If I
I
know
agree
one
with
or
that.
two or more of my homies and had her, I never wanted her. No matter how bad
So,
she was, it just wasn't me. I didn't want her
so
because
DMT, you trying to be in love then?
I wasn't trying to be in
Yeah,
love,
you trying to be
but
in love. So let me say, let me
I'm trying to
let me,
smash the ones nobody know about. I'm trying to
tell you
come
how
in with
many.
like,
Yeah, out of
wait, bro,
town.
who is that? Where you find her at? I don't want I don't want the girl.
We was
I know
getting
my
down.
brother already had like 2 or 3
Yeah.
times. And I'm
We
just
was
getting my turn.
passing them hoes around.
You give me 200 mil right now.
Yeah, no, I did that in college, but high school, no.
High school. Let me tell you how we was in high school. Hold up, Trey. Let me tell you how it was in high school. High school, if you had one that was going and you didn't call me and tell me to come through, we wasn't friends no more.
Yeah.
We wasn't friends no more.
Y'all
I
wild.
can't fuck with you.
But see, that's why if you got that mentality, when you do get money, what Zion them doing and what most celebrities do when they pass around these women is normal because that's what they do. They don't mind having a girl that a bunch of other people they know had. They just know I got it this time. I get my turn. That's all they care about. Whereas other dudes just like, I'd rather go find me a bad one that don't nobody know about, and I come in the room with it and everybody like, whoa, where'd she come from? Like, that's me. That's what I like.
To wife, I'm saying
but
yes.
I think
you're right to wife.
I think the problem is with a lot of them when they want to go get the no name. When you go get the no name chick, those chicks have a tendency to monkey brush. So once she get in the circle, she in the circle. Now she looking for something bigger and better because you got her in there.
That's cool. At least I got her first.
Some of them do that, yeah.
If you notice, a lot of them don't ever stick with the first guy they get in the circle with. So I think that's why a lot of them just would rather just pass them around. But let me tell you something. If I had 200 million right now, I'm calling Bernice. It's happening. I'm telling you right now, I'm not wasting no time. I'm not wasting no time. The moment the moment the wire clear, I'm calling Bernice. I got 200 mil. What's up?
You said
he gonna put it on credit.
Oh, I said no, Bernice.
Bernice. Her whole body,
bro. How much?
Nah, Bernice is cool too. She's a cool chick.
Nah,
she's a cool chick.
Y'all wildin'. Hold on. All right. Screw it. We just gonna ask this question. If you had a trick on one woman and just one, where you like, okay, I am a strong guy. I could hold the will to fight most. But if you could see yourself tricking off on one woman, celebrity or known person, who would it be? Ashton.
Don't cap.
Christina Milian.
Yeah.
In her prime.
I can see that one.
He said in her prime.
I can see that.
Her blockhead ass, I don't know, bro.
I'm tricking. Or Lauren London.
Deep voice though, bro. She got a deep voice though.
The girl that played on Power and Everybody Hate Chris, I had to rock with her one time.
You said
the
light-skinned girl, DMX daughter.
The one that played Lauren.
DMX daughter.
Paige. Her name is Paige.
Yeah.
Paige Hurd. You like them skinny.
Go ahead.
There you go. Paige Hurd.
Yeah.
You like them skinny, huh?
With the big lips, yeah. Love it.
All right. DMT thinking hard. Look at it.
No, because I really wanted to say Megan Good. Like that was
I was thinking that too.
That was my crush.
I was thinking Megan too. I ain't gonna lie. Megan and back in her when she in her prime, Stacey Dash for sure. Cause I could look at Stacey Dash forever, dog. Stacey Dash so goddamn pretty. That shit was ridiculous.
So she can call you a nigga every day.
Hey, whatever. I like the role play. Let's do it.
Say it again. Call me this. She gonna ER your ass with that shit too. All right, scam. I don't know why I feel like you're not gonna answer. Who said Oprah Winfrey? Jesus Christ, stop it.
I would answer, but my wife's here in the hotel room with me, and I'm trying to get lucky today.
You know what?
So I don't want to say something that might close the door and shit. You know.
Hold on. After 35 years of marriage, she already know.
She already know who it is.
She already know who you are.
She don't give a shit.
Well, my wife has hit me with you sure you talk about such and such a lot. Go ahead.
It's Pam Grier, hands down, man. I'm always Pam Grier.
I said it.
You said Pam Grier.
Oh, this is a good
hands
one.
Down.
Kelly Rowland.
The un-PhD Pam Grier. The PhD Pam Grier is as fat as I am, so not that one. The one from the back in the day.
Damn.
Yeah, with the afro.
Furious style. Still thinking, look, he like, damn, that's a good one. He done reclined the chair. You
no, bro. I got mine already. I got a sleeper for y'all. I got a sleeper.
Go ahead.
Hey, Trigger Mike, let me take mine back and get let me
hold on real quick.
Don't take backs.
This dude said Ashanti. I want to know before she fixed the eye or after.
When she fixed the eye.
That eye used to, no, that eye is not lazy no more. She fixed it.
Oh, you guys are cold blooded, man.
She always had a bad body, but I wasn't doing it with that eye. Mm-mm. Damn, this dude said Layla Ali. You just like y'all just like getting beat up, huh?
Right.
Okay. I told y'all about messing with them fighter chicks. You gotta do it, man. You gotta do it one time.
All right, for your styles, what you got?
The little her. What's the little singer girl?
Her?
Yes.
Oh yeah, she's bad, man.
Yeah. You know what adds to her mystery or whatever? She didn't let us see her face for years. So I was like, this chick better be bad when she come out.
And she was.
Hey, so it's like you fell in love with a silhouette. By the time she came out, you like, God, she bad as fuck.
Right.
You right. Nah, I ain't with you, Darnell Jones. Lala Anthony looked like a carved ham. I don't think so.
Oh, that's terrible.
Not Lala.
Nah, she been looking crazy since like some of those late season Power episodes where you could tell she got her cheeks like filled or something. She looked like Saul. I ain't with it.
She worse than a corn star.
Hey, you know who's fine for real though?
What she look
that
like?
Girl, that girl off of Love and Hip Hop.
She still look good, bro.
That girl Portia.
Portia no, that's Real Housewives, bro.
Oh, Real Housewives. Yeah.
Portia.
She was like
Lil Wayne baby mama fine
Listen,
too.
Bro,
Toya.
Those tall ones.
All his baby mamas cold. I actually had two of them in mind. I ain't even realize that.
Yeah, you did. Lauren London and Lauren London.
Christina.
Yeah. Toya the baddest one though out of all of them.
Shit.
All right. So we got that one out of the way. Let's get serious for 2 seconds. Do 304s have a detailed game plan to target pro ballers? King Spark, we're gonna start with you.
I'm glad you did, because I'm about to tell you all something that's gonna shock the shit out of you. And I'm gonna remain the nameless. When I first moved to Houston, my first girlfriend, right? Her and her partner had a 3-ring binder with niggas' pictures and their salaries. We was outside smoking J's before the club, and they was flipping through a 3-ring binder like, that's him, girl. Girl, he don't got no money. He just be hanging with him. Girl, that's the one you want right there. So that's to answer your question. And that's not what I heard. That's not what I saw. That's what I motherfucking experienced. Real time life experience.
Yo. You said this is like dudes
I
in the
believe
area.
it, King Spark. I believe it.
That's dudes in the area?
Dead ass. For real. This is around with the time when Kelvin Cato and Casino Mobley was playing for the Rockets.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, give me next trigger.
Sure.
I got one.
I've actually been to that house before. James Harden bought Catino Mobley's house. Scam. Nah, let me get Scam in there. He hadn't said nothing. Do you think 304s have a detailed game plan to target pro ballers?
Most of 99% of them, no. But there is 1% that target what they can get. And just like he was talking about, matter of fact, when I lived in Houston, I remember going to some kind of after party. The Rockets played the Cavs. Went to this party, and regular amount of pretty chicks, whatever. And then we was about to head out. We heading towards the entrance. And J.J. Hickson and a couple other dudes that played for the Cavs, they about to leave out the exit. All of a sudden, 20 supermodels appeared out the damn sky. I was like, oh, where'd they come from? They literally almost blocking the entrance, shooting their shot, rubbing up against them. Like, you talk about femininity, you talk about these talking points. They appeared out the sky to shoot their shot at these dudes. And we was in the club for 2 hours. We did not see these chicks. We don't know where they came from. They teleported in there coming after these dudes.
God damn.
I should work on my jumper. Right?
Damn.
Trigger, you remember when Iverson played in Memphis for like a couple of weeks?
For a hot second, yep.
Yeah, he got extorted out of Memphis by 2 females, and I'm gonna leave it at that.
Stop playing.
I swear to on my soul.
Damn.
He only played like 3 or 4 games, didn't it? And he went right overseas. I know them 2 females,
And
and one
look,
of
the
them
crazy part
female.
about it is that they said that they were really murky with the details on why he left. It was
Yeah, I
like
know why he
personal
left.
reasons.
I know why he left, he paid that girl good too.
Damn.
And she got his like she was on some Drake type, like the semen in the condom type shit. He paid her ass off. He took his ass overseas.
And I know y'all been to a city during Super Bowl.
Oh
Nah, I'm not
no.
going to be.
Every hoe from far and wide
Nah, bro. The draft
shows
night is
up
the worst. Draft night.
to the Super Bowl city.
No, I've been to All Star. I've never been to draft
All
night.
I was gonna say,
Yeah, I was gonna say
All
I've been
Star,
to
All
All-Star.
Star is wild. I just moved here, I think.
You talking about
No, I
2011,
came.
2012?
No, it was
I was there.
2012.
2013,
Yeah,
I was in
2013
Houston then.
Houston All-Star
it was
2013.
13. It was
Pretty
13.
much.
It was 13.
Yeah, I
Yeah, I was
know.
I
there
had
that
came
year.
down here for a job interview. Like, what is going on? They were like, it's All Star Weekend.
Mhm.
That's crazy, bro. That is crazy. But I think All Star and Draft Night, like literally, the funniest thing is that they don't even hide it. The Instagram model, all of they location tags will say whatever city the draft is being held. Like y'all don't like basketball this much. Ain't no game going on. What the hell y'all trying to get? They trying to get the young and stupid ones. It's crazy. DMT. Answer the question: do 304s have a detailed game plan to target pro ballers?
I don't think that most of them got a detailed game plan. I think the good ones got a game plan. I think majority of them just hoping they can catch one. Right? They hoping they're in the right place at the right time where they can get one to look their way, and then they do what they do from there. But I do know some out there that they got it written down exactly how they're gonna play it out. Like I'm gonna catch him at this game. I'm gonna go this night. I'm gonna sit in this seat. He gonna come out this way, and I'm gonna, bend over like this, and he gonna see me, and I'm gonna make my move there. Right? I know a lot of them got some game plans like that. Even girls I went to school with outlining this to me, and one of them actually ended up with a left tackle for the 49ers. So she snagged hers, like got a baby bob and everything. So she good. So I know they out here doing it. Like some of them got game plans, but most of them, they not that detailed in how they gonna go about it. They just really hoping and wishing they get lucky and maybe want to scoop them up or maybe want to see them on Instagram or something like that. But they do got plans out here.
All right.
Yeah, we agree it's a real small percentage of women, like less than 1%, right?
No, we
I
don't.
think. Well, I'm gonna
No,
say my
we
answer. That's my
definitely
answer.
don't agree.
Go ahead, Mr. Go
Oh
ahead,
God.
man.
Look, okay, listen. There's levels to this, right? Because the game, the class of the game might change. Some of those thoughts who are trying to go for ballers and have a plan to get pregnant, that's one thing. But the regular 304 from the street, she also has a plan to get pregnant. But the man that she wants to get pregnant to pay for is the state. There's no shortage of women out there who say they want to have 6 or 7 kids, 8 kids from different men, so they can get separate checks. That's not a unicorn woman. There's plenty of women who do that. So you have the 304s that are high end trying to get a baller. I mean, I talked to a sister that she was just a regular middle class chick, but she said if I ever get a baller and I can get him in bed, if he wants to put on a condom, I'm telling him he can't have any. He says all I need to do is just get one. All I need to do is just get one. And she was an engineer.
Our pain. We're talking.
So it goes across the gambit. All women have a plan. Some are insidious, and some aren't. But let's just say, so we could distinguish between the insidious plans and the ones who are. But the lowest 304 has a plan. Just the daddy is the state, and then the high end 304s want to do it to the individual. So I mean, it's the game. Just the cards that are being dealt are just different. Go ahead, Scam. What you gonna say, brother?
No, that's what we're saying. As far as the ones going after the ball players, let's be real.
Oh, it's
Only
a
one.
small percent. Yeah. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, okay, then we agree. I was saying it's a very small percent that's going after the elite ball players, entertainers, or whatever.
But let me add,
I don't
No,
know. I
qualify.
don't know. I have a different experience.
well, let me add one more thing.
and
I want to get off the track, and I'm gonna shut up on this one.
Oh, go ahead.
But now we could answer the question of why so many women are trying to get that same look as these chicks who are getting these ballers, because they see how incompetent, how stupid these guys are, and all they need is just one guy to shoot up the club, and their life would be easier. And that's probably one of the answers for the BBLs and all that kind of things. So I don't want to derail the conversation into that, but it gives me more context on why these women would do some stupid shit like that. They all want to get lucky. A lot of them want to get lucky, and they'll roll the dice to do it. But let me end it right there.
I think.
Let me tell y'all something too. Let me tell y'all something.
Even still today, I think a lot of guys still underestimate women. I think a lot of guys still to this day underestimate women. I used to work here in DC. We got a club called Stadium Nightclub. I used to work overtime at Stadium Nightclub. It's one of the more popular DC strip clubs around here. And one night that I was working, I used to get posted right on the side of the building where the VIPs would come in. So they didn't go through the front door. They obviously went through the side door. And I got posted on that gate. And I'm telling you that these women would come up and first of all, they offer you anything you want to get in, to get past you. If they can get past you, they give you literally anything you want. Even if I told them, bribing me could land you in jail, they didn't care. They would do whatever it took to get past me so they can get to the ball players. But the one particular night that I was in there, John Wall was there, Trey Burke was there, Kelly Oubre was there, and Jan Mahinmi was there. They were all playing for the Wizards at the time.
Yeah.
And when I tell you that these girls were standing outside, they knew their height, they knew their weight, they knew what college they went to, they knew how much money they were making that year, they knew how many points they were scoring. I think we are underestimating, and these were not the top tier women. These were not your top tier women. These were some around the way girls, and they knew the stats of these dudes. They knew when their next home game was. They knew when their next away game was. I think we do ourselves a disservice as men to underestimate these women and act like they don't know what's going on. I think they play dumb very well.
Trey, you're telling me some average fat masculine wigosaurs are going in there trying to get at John Wall.
They do it all the time.
Yeah. Trey, let me piggyback on top of you, Trey.
Hold on. Trey,
I was in the
officer that let him in. John Wall.
Yeah, I don't like John Wall.
You let the
John Wall gonna get you, bro. You let it
happen. Look, check this out.
He got traded. I'm still here.
So
hey, check this out. I used to work in South by Southwest, right? I used to work for some very famous rappers that y'all know, but for confidentiality, I ain't gonna say who they were, okay? But these women, one of my details at the end of the night after the show was to check the girls' IDs who were getting on the van to go back to the hotel.
Yeah.
Okay. That was one of my details to make sure everybody going back to the hotel was legal. And I will say one night, the same line is out there and it gets to these last two girls. And the girl taps her friend on the shoulder and she says, "Girl, I don't think I'm about this life." And she said, "You sure?" She was like, "Yeah, I don't think I'm about this life, man." And they both turned around and left. But the majority of them, they was going and hoeing often.
Yeah. So I think it's like I'm split because from Scam's point, what he's saying with the 1% thing, it's a very small percentage that can actually execute it correctly and or are eligible to even get past the trades. So I have a few different experiences with this model. And the funny thing is that most of it was in DC. So that's why I didn't really want to speak on the whole thing with Iverson, because my dad and Iverson are cool. He used to just like my father owned a strip club in Newport News, Virginia. Iverson is from Newport News, Virginia. So they know each other very well. All right. And whenever I would see Iverson in DC, for some reason, he out. When he not playing basketball, he is out in that DMV area, especially. Y'all remember Club Love?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was like early 2000s. Club Love, y'all remember that? All right,
during
so I'm
07.
in, me and my boy, like literally, I'm like, who here tonight? I'm not paying. And I call up because I went to Norfolk State. All my homies either work at Love, know somebody, the promoter or whatever. So I get into Love that way. And they're like, Iverson here. So I'm like, let's go to the VIP. He like, nigga, Iverson don't know you. I was like, okay. I didn't even have to go up to Iverson. I went up to his security. He was like, oh, that's Tony's son. He ain't know my name. But he just said, my daddy there was like, oh, come on through. So the one thing that I noticed in that VIP section, and this is the part that I want to tell y'all the story. All right. Yo, the way the girls were acting in front of the ropes to try to get this dude's attention, I would look like, what are they? Like y'all are like one girl literally like moving her bra thing or whatever top she had up, so the bottom part of her nipple showing. That is when I realized this is a crazy life for these dudes and how much they got to put off. Like how many women they got to deny. The second time I saw this was when I was the college rep for my school for Def Jam and Atlantic Records. These women will do anything to get around these dudes to the point to where I'm a dude and it was disgusting to me. Because it's like you were just topping off his homeboy. Like 20 minutes ago. Yuck! Now you in the other dude's hotel room. Like I used to be like, this is crazy. This is crazy. This is absolute madness. But no, a very few of them are either pretty enough to accomplish getting in the proximity of the dudes. But I think a lot more women have a game plan and a scheme on how they will try. What do y'all think?
Hey, Trigger, tell Iverson 20K. I help him get his leak back from them two girls in Memphis.
And I ain't seen that dude in 10 years. But yeah, if I ever see him again, I'll let him know.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
No, I was just gonna say, Allen Iverson and Michael Vick are up there with Barack Obama as far as credibility in Virginia. What Mike is saying is true. They're like gods in 757 area.
Legit. I mean, the funny thing about it too is I always say, like, one thing I like about Houston is that the reason is because when you see a Bentley, when you see a very nice car of some sort, it could be anybody in it. It's actually usually not a celebrity. It's like an oil and gas executive, some Nigerian gas dude, just a regular ass dude. In Virginia, you see that car, it's Iverson or Vic. Literally, it's one of them two. You already know the Rolls Royce is Iverson in there. It's funny as hell. But all right, let me get these super chats read real quick. Big Ant, $10. Trigger Mike, what about Esther from Sanford and Son? Hold on. Let me look that up real quick.
No, don't look that up.
Oh, no, bro. What?
Hey, she was pretty when she was young, though.
You couldn't pay me.
Our pain.
You couldn't pay me.
No, I think you're talking about our pain, Trigger.
Yep. Advanced Perception, $2. King Spark said the chicks got the dossier. They do. If you're just tuning in, welcome to the Trigger Mike Show on the Lapeef Network, greatest network on YouTube. Please keep sending in those super chats. We appreciate your support. We are talking about these dumb young ballers and the dumb decisions they make. Next question, Furious Styles. Let me see if you can answer this one for me. What role do the fathers of these athletes play in enabling their irresponsible behavior?
Oh, wait. That's tough. Man, I honestly believe that a father could do the best job he possibly can with the resources that he has with any of his children. I think it's up to the children or the young men to stick to and uphold what their father teaches them. But even in that scenario, like it's tough on the young men because you, like somebody said earlier, man, you got all this money at your disposal. And it's like all your life you dream of what you would do if you get this money. Now you got it, and it's hard to hold back from all that stuff you always wanted to do when you didn't have money. And so that on top of
Like everybody here just saying, man, like you got women literally throwing themselves at your feet, when they see you out in public or wherever doing whatever. And so, I mean, it takes a lot to be able to withstand that, and you know what I'm saying, not succumb to the pressure that comes with being a superstar. So again, I'll wrap back around and say, you know, it's only so much a dad can do. You can give your son the game, you can teach him, what it takes to be a man. Stand on your square, stand for something. But at the end of the day, it's up to that young man to make the decision to stand on what he was taught and not go the other way.
Okay. Go ahead, Mr. Rich. You got something to say on it?
Yeah, yeah, real quick. One of those things with the modern athlete, we got to realize that a lot of them are from single moms. So their fathers might not have had that much influence in their life in the first place. You
Some of
know,
them do have their dad.
no, no,
Zion
no,
got his
no,
dad.
no, no, let
Ja
me
got
finish.
his dad.
Let me finish. Well, Josh's father is out of the picture, right? Because his wife don't even call him when he's in trouble. She calls John Moran,
Nah,
right?
he in the
And
picture.
he can't even put that shit in check. So I don't even know. He's more like his buddy than his father, and he can't tell him nothing now because John's the breadwinner. But that's not what I'm really saying. I'm saying there's a lot of examples of that. But again, the other brother just said when a man becomes a man, he's going to exercise certain options that he's been fantasizing about. However, let's put that in the backdrop of the majority of NBA play and NFL players don't do this dumb shit, right? We got Grant Hill, we got LeBron James, who's been a model citizen. There's no shortage of guys who didn't do this stupid shit. So
Yep.
I'm not saying it's a eachus, but we're gonna have casualties along the way, no matter what we do, because the relationships between men and women just haven't changed. It's just that we got the 24/7 news cycle. There's always been idiots, and there's going to always be idiots. And now all we can do is just put out as best a message we can, but we're never going to get to 100%. There's always going to be a man somewhere who's going to simp for a woman and be a complete asshole for a woman. It's never going to end. So even though this is good conversation, but it's not unusual. Zion is not a unicorn. He's just another asshole who's going to lose a lot of money to some ratchet ass chicks. And it's unfortunate, but it's going to happen. And let me just leave it there.
Let me just say this about LeBron. LeBron has an incredible PR team.
Incredible.
I have to get that out because LeBron has been
Dog.
caught.
LeBron.
He
Hold
has
on.
been caught in some precarious positions.
Yo,
He was on a boat with a bunch of white
let me
girls.
give him an example, Trey. Let me give him an example, Trey. During his second, LeBron's PR team is so swift that he got caught on the phone. A White House aide taped him inviting, like literally with his voice, inviting another female White House aide to his hotel room. That shit got scrubbed from the internet with no trace within 6 hours.
Sheesh.
Within six, I literally what was it, like media takeout? Everybody that could report it did. So if you were in your phone at that time, you could see it. Then somehow the link got taken down from those outlets. Then you couldn't find the original video no more. Like literally, it's him standing there doing the "I'm trying to get at you" pose. When you got your arm on the wall. Like, I mean, come through. And the White House aides like, "Oh, isn't this guy married? How sick is this?" Like with a caption, 6 hours gone, no trace. You couldn't find that. So his PR team is the best on earth.
Yeah,
It's probably written in his contract.
they're really good. I mean, they make things disappear quickly. Um, Here's the thing. I think. Obviously, it's going to come down to the man. I mean, we can look at Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes' dad was in his life. You get that type of athlete, or you can get the John Morant. Honestly, it depends on the man, and what information his father gave him, and what he wants to take and what he doesn't want to take. There's a lot of things that my uncles gave me that I ignored, and I wish I hadn't ignored, right? And there's some things that I didn't ignore that I'm glad that I didn't ignore because it saved me, right? So I think ultimately it's going to come down to the person. And also, I do see a few fathers that seem to be living a little bit vicariously through their kid, even when they do make it to the league. They're still living a little bit vicariously.
That's right.
They're enjoying the the benefits of, hey, my son is making $100 million a year. I'm gonna live my life too now. And I think that can be dangerous. But overall, for the most part, the fathers that I see that are involved in their sons' lives that are athletes, they seem to be responsible. I mean, yeah, we got one or two out there, but for the most part, they seem to be responsible.
All right. Who else got
I,
something on
well,
that?
I'll say this, and of course, it's a case by case basis. But shit, if your daddy ain't shit, what you expect him to teach his son?
There you go.
If ain't nothing else to tell the nigga, so I mean, what you gonna tell him? He already in that case, he's so goddamn surprised that his son made it anyway. He ain't got shit to say no way. He like, I ain't had nothing to do with this shit to begin with. I'ma just shut up and ride. I don't need to say a goddamn thing. Son, do what you want. I'll be right here. I'll support you.
And he don't
And
have the
that's it.
experience, King Spark. I mean, your dad can't tell you what to do with hundreds of millions of dollars. He don't have hundreds of
Exactly.
millions.
So
And
I've been waiting for somebody to say that because yes, Trey, I get what you're saying, but it's actually not true because you got to remember that this is a black athlete cultural issue because some of those white ones got just as big a contract and they don't be doing this shit.
hold on, Trigger Mike. Hold on, Trigger Mike. Though, hold
Well,
on, Trigger
yeah,
Mike.
yeah.
Hold on,
Trey.
Trigger Mike. If we're gonna talk about the white boys, we gotta say this too, though. Okay,
Yeah.
the white boys, it may be the first time they got a big ass contract, but it ain't the first time they done seen money like that.
No.
They got their uncle
Well,
or they
hold
somebody
on,
in their
King
damn
Smart. Hold
family
on, King
done
Smart.
seen that type of
Hold
money.
on. No, a lot of the biggest white athletes now are the foreigners. So they come from war-torn countries. Some of them were poor. Like they don't have democracy where they came from. So
Well,
I
they
don't
don't
think that's
have the
true.
they. I don't, but I wouldn't expect them to show out like that in America anyway, because it's not in their culture. But if you lived in America all your life and then you get rich in America,
So yeah,
you gonna act a goddamn ass.
that's essentially what
Yeah,
I'm
I
saying.
mean, look at the Manning brothers. I mean, the Manning
I was
brothers.
gonna say, well, yeah,
Their daddy
But
played for them back in the league.
they was already.
but
You see what I'm
so that's
saying?
one. You know what? You actually right because that's a part of my overall point on this. The fathers are complicit because they acting like new money right along with their damn son.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But
Exactly.
everybody got
Exactly.
their own vices, man. Do y'all remember Chris Anderson, Birdman? Y'all remember when he was out the league for a little while? What was he out the league for?
Yeah, he had a drug problem.
Yeah, he
Right,
got
right. So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Everybody got their own vices. Remember Mitch McGary played for the Thunder for a little while, that center out of Michigan? What happened
Yeah.
to him? Fizzled out. I mean, he was a solid
I,
player, and all of a sudden he was
yeah.
gone.
As it regards to everybody definitely has their own vices, but in regards to women especially, I think the culture problem with black athletes, since they are the most prominent,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it has to be addressed because and the role for for the athletes that have fathers where I think they're complicit is acting like new money because I don't give a damn how much money my son makes. You got to remember that his representation, because look at what I have to say something to my son. This is the bad part about it. He still represents me. He still got my last name. In fact, he's a bigger version of what I made. Like, I made him into this person. I raised your ass, didn't I? Now you out here disrespecting me. Culturally, I couldn't bring that woman home that Zion got. Neither of them. I'd have got disgraced by the
Yeah,
whole
but
family.
you're from
but
Africa
Trigger,
though,
No,
man.
but you know what
You
I'm
can
yeah,
feed
saying.
them
you,
to the you can feed
I'm
them to the
yeah.
saying
lion, Trigger
culturally.
Mike.
No,
We
I'm saying
can't
But
feed them to the
culturally.
lion.
Hey,
not
Trigger Mike,
trigger
Trigger
for
Mike,
you.
you
For
say
you, for
that.
you, it might have been culturally. For me, it's just a no go. Like my mom would have been like, "Oh hell no, get that girl
Oh
up out of
But
hell
here."
no!
but
Exactly. Look at these women you bring in to interface with us every day. Like I want that to be my daughter-in-law, right? So I just feel like some of these fathers, what they're doing is also. I realize that this is actually a problem with black athletes. They are all skill, all talent, no discipline. Too many of them. And the
hey,
worst
Mike,
part
I got
about it, and
a question for
here's the
you.
proof. Here's the proof. Nikola Jokic is out here dominating. The dude is dominating with fundamental basketball. And I told y'all this, and y'all disagree with me. I said white dudes about to take over the NBA, bro, because
No, they're not.
He ain't white, Trigger.
hold
No,
on.
they're not. No, they're
They
not.
are not as skilled as the black players, but they more disciplined. This is what I'm saying.
Not gonna take over.
They
Please,
are more
Trigger that
disciplined.
Trigger. He
Hey,
ain't
Trigger.
white. He like Slovakian, like Tony
That's
Parker.
white.
That's
That's
white.
white.
Don't-
That's white. That's
That
white. Don't let the
is
internet
not
get you
white.
confused.
white immigrants.
That's
That's
Don't
what
let the
he is.
Russian.
internet get you
You're
That's
confused.
white.
Britain. Come on
White
now.
immigrants is what you
Don't
Ash,
is.
let the internet.
Ash,
Hey,
don't fall
Trigger
for it. That's
Mike,
white, bro.
could you,
Y'all know
Mike,
what
could
I
you
mean. Come
imagine?
on, you know they don't compare them. They don't say they
Trigger done
white.
turned
Come
into
on now.
Hey,
chaotic for
Mike.
some reason.
Hey, Mike, could you imagine being in a party with your father over there in the corner? He looking at you, and you really want to get it this baddie. But listen, though, the kicker is now you got enough money to have him peaceably removed from the party, and he not know you had anything to do with the shit.
I would never,
You
unless
just
I'm
look
not,
at, hey, get his ass
unless
up
I
out of here,
plan,
dog.
unless I plan to not see my dad no more. I ain't doing that shit. But my ultimate point is these dads are complicit. Like the funny thing about it is that you can give your son the actual game because this is I just found out that on my wife's side, on her father's side, they have multiple professional Negro League players in baseball. So that's why they want him to play baseball so bad. So I'm like, ooh, that's dope. If my son end up playing professional baseball, I'm gonna have to have a talk with him. I feel like you can say, look, a professional athlete that's out in different cities, right? Everybody knows who you are. You can give them the actual game. I don't expect you not to partake, but here's how. I don't feel like a lot of fathers are doing that because the worst
They
part
not.
about it is that they're not giving them the game to keep their brand clean. I feel like Ja's brand is tarnished when it don't need to be. You doing all this stuff, you don't need to tape it. What the hell wrong with you? You see what I'm saying? It's like he getting tripped up off technicalities. It's
Ja
crazy.
is Ja is
It really
influenced
ain't
by his
tarnished.
homies. Ja is influenced by his homies because you can't tell me that T Morant is seeing all this stuff that his son is doing and he just sitting back not saying nothing. Like
Y'all just
you
tell you
raised
your
him
daddy
well.
can't tell you nothing.
I mean,
Y'all
but
just
I'm
tell your
just
daddy
saying.
can't tell you nothing.
I
But
mean,
shit, how long?
and that's facts. But that don't mean he ain't saying nothing. But
But
Shit.
that's
how
why
long
I'm
y'all
saying
think?
he's influenced by his homies because whatever, regardless of what his daddy is saying, when he get around them homies, he ain't got the wherewithal to say, "Nah, bro, y'all tripping. I got a reputation to uphold."
But
He ain't
look,
got the
how long
wherewithal to
y'all?
say that.
I got here.
You
The
ain't seen
question
these
is,
new
how
NBA
long
young
though?
boy fans? All of
How
them acting
long
like
you think people been catering to Ja Morant, to guys like Ja Morant? They've been catering to that dude since he was probably 14
Right,
or
right.
15 or some shit like that. So
Yeah.
this his whole way been a cakewalk. He been cakewalking, cakewalking, cakewalking. And he get to the NBA and y'all like, why he's not responsible? Why he don't know what to? They've been catering and kissing that man ass his entire life.
he
He
said a
just ain't got no
playground.
sense.
And his mother's just about ready to get him killed too.
She just as bad. You would call your NBA son down to the mall to handle discrepancy in a fucking shoe store.
Yeah,
You would really do that?
that's
But
the second time she did
she doesn't
that.
see him as an NBA professional athlete. She
But
probably
he
sees. Look. I'm with you, King Smart.
Oh,
I can see it. He
this
can
is
see it.
just
I just don't
terrible.
think she sees it.
You know what?
and
This is
that's
just
that's the
terrible.
issue.
Because right now I'm looking at because I think let me put Demetrius Carter said it. Get you a high school sweetheart and call it a day. I actually agree with that because if I'm a dad, like this is actual advice I think I give. You got like you can't trust no woman after you've made it. Like that's the sad part. Like I had to be like, son, I don't think you're ever gonna find a genuine woman that like you for you ever again. Unless you already know her, unless she's already known by the family and we already approve, that's your wife, bro. That's your wife. Anything else after this, you cannot trust that woman. Like I'm
Trigger
looking at
them.
Zion's high school girlfriend, thought she was suitable for that. pretty, thin. Let that your family already know her. They're gonna take care of her while you on the road. She can mesh well with the family. Like that's how you do that shit, bro. Because
So, Mike, let me
True.
ask you a question.
True.
Let me ask you, Mike. Let me ask Mike a quick question. And it's kind of personal, right? You got African traditions. Are you trying to set things up for your kids now to meet your peers who have children in the same age group?
already set up, bro.
There you go. I hear.
Already
Trigger.
set up.
That girl went finna wait for Zion to come from Duke. She are these girls. They too impatient. She
Now
got to
we
wait
a
a whole
part of
year
a
for him to
we
come back.
so I think you've heard me say, Mr. Rich, just to on that point to let you know how I did it. We, especially as black married people, you struggle to find other like-minded black married people. And the worst part about it is that I'm very sensitive when it comes to who my kids can hang around and be influenced by. And the worst part about that is that I want my children not to just have white friends. Literally 2 days ago, my daughter said, "Why am I the only white person? I'm sorry, black person in daycare." She used the term white people for the first time. And I'm like, damn, this is really affecting me because she needs to have black experiences with other black children, right? She needs to see a black man loving on a black woman and a ring on a black woman's finger. So I'm very concerned about that. And especially as it pertains to, you grow up liking who you around.
Right, right.
So, because I had a thing for Filipino chick, like I just knew my wife was gonna be Filipino when I was in like 6th grade, because it was only blacks and Filipinos at my school. So
Because you
I'm
was in
like,
Virginia
oh
Beach.
damn,
Sound like you was in Virginia Beach.
Virginia Beach, Virginia. You see
I
what I'm
know
saying,
you. I know
bruh?
exactly where your ass was at.
All them girls, hair down to their butt. I was in love with Filipino girls at that time because that's all that was in my Brandon Middle School, Virginia Beach, Virginia. That was all that went to that
Brandon,
school. All right, so
Tarwood.
you said what?
You said Brandon. I was gonna say Tarwood, but go ahead.
Oh yeah, I went to
Hey, somebody doing
Brandon
the
and then
dishes or something?
kindergarten, and then
That's
Yeah,
not
kindergarten.
hey,
different.
furious.
You
No,
done
but
mute
what
up.
was I saying? I worry about her experiences. So what me and my wife did was join a group that is all black families. And they set the kids up into different age groups and classes. So they literally all grow up together. And they have a high rate of marrying each other. So they actually keep track of that. They call them legacy marriages or whatever, and they keep track of that. So I'm like, I think the group that just graduated out, 3 of them are like together and been together dating since they were 14. And they were like, that's how it happens. What's gonna happen is they're gonna separate a little bit when they get into college. You're gonna realize that most of the world ain't shit, and then they're gonna get back together after they get out of college and get married before they're 25. So
That's
I'm
good,
hoping
man.
to be on the same type of thing. Yeah,
I hear you
All
saying.
right,
Thanks for sharing.
no doubt.
but Trigger, you watched He Got Game right with Denzel and Ray Allen.
Yeah.
Them college coaches
Jesus,
got the
settle
Zion
with.
girlfriend. I'm telling you, what she say? They put the money in my hand and they say it was more to come. That's that's why they ain't together right now.
Who?
Uh,
I see what you're saying.
Zion and his girlfriend, them college scouts got to her. Ain't no way in hell you gonna leave your high school. Niggas don't leave their high school sweetheart for no reason.
Except for
Nah,
college.
they do because if he see like literally you like her, you're endearing to her, you don't want to hurt her feelings. So while you out here hoeing, you might just let her go, thinking you could just circle back around. But then he's making one irresponsible decision after another, bro, to get put
College
out
been
like
over
this.
with though. College
Yeah.
been over. He could have been got her back. So the fact that she didn't come back and he been in the league for like 2 or 3 years now, I'm
And then
telling
here's
you
the
what
crazy
happened.
part about it. She is super thin. She don't have any like super prominent features or nothing. She's really pretty. No, he screwed up, bro. He screwed up. He screwed up.
How y'all know? How y'all know she not pregnant by Pookie
Yeah,
in their
that's what I'm saying,
hometown?
King Spark.
She
Thank you,
might be
King Spark.
knocked up like a motherfucker right now
Thank you, King. She
Could
can't.
be.
with three funny
She couldn't
looking
wait on him to
babies.
come back from Duke. She couldn't
She
wait that
should have.
long.
She should
y'all
have.
watch, y'all watch
Look,
too
right
much
now she
TV.
be the saving grace.
I got one for you.
What woman wait can think a whole year ahead? Come on now, Trigger.
You know
And
what?
I
Here's the
got one.
funny
I
part.
got one for
Nah.
you. How do we
Yeah, go
know
ahead.
that kid that chick is carrying is Zion? What's the
It
chance
ain't.
that's his
You
baby?
don't.
We don't.
The day the news broke, people started posting pictures of her with a bunch of other rappers.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
well,
don't. We
if
don't.
he doesn't get I think he's too stupid too. If he doesn't get a paternity test, he's a damn fool.
But
He
she
He's
better.
a
got 8
damn
months to
fool.
ride it out and throw his name up on the
And
bus.
she a
So
ratchet
the
too.
the
That's
the,
crazy.
the, the fact
Yeah,
she said,
she a
you
super
better
ratchet.
hope I'm not pregnant. I know for a fact she not pregnant. So
Like
she
she
finna
on
sit
camera
there.
fighting, beating up some girl, and her titties coming out and everything. I'm like,
Who?
wait, this is
Zion's
it?
baby mama?
Yeah.
Yeah, and she on another video twerking
I
in
had
the
saw
car.
that video like a year
Yes.
ago, and I'm like, wait,
God,
that's the baby
Wait a
mama?
minute.
come on.
He got a
This is what
ratchet
I'm
white
talking about.
girl?
This is what I'm
His
talking
baby
She's
about.
mama.
black.
Oh, his
Ain't no
baby mama
way
not white.
I'm letting my son bring
Okay.
a woman like that into our family. This ain't just his family he creating. It's my family, nigga. That's how I would talk to him. What kind of woman you bringing up into this situation, bro? This is why dads need to be like, I know you think you the shit. This is my name. I gave this shit to you. You did. That's how my daddy talked to me. You disgrace me. Don't talk to me no more. Don't
He gonna
disgrace
say
me. Don't disgrace yourself. Like they make that shit serious. I'll
he
think
gonna
twice.
and he gonna say you broke old man. You can't tell me
Nah,
nothing
but you
with
but you
200
know what
million.
though? You know the fear, that like because some people say you can't control your son. You absolutely can. They like I got a bunch of doctors in my family and shit.
Ask
And
LeVar Ball that.
they dads told them straight up, dude, I understand you're a man. I was a man or a young man once too. I understand you're gonna do what you want to do. But the woman you impregnate, that's your wife. That's what was told to me. We never had no birds and the bees talk. He basically said, the woman you impregnate, you come to me and say, hey, I slipped up. She pregnant. Oh, great. That's your wife. As long as you cool with it, I'm cool with it. That's the same thing I'm gonna tell my son.
But that ain't American culture though, Mike. That's what I'm trying to I get
But I
what you
think that's
saying, but
still
that
good
ain't
advice.
American culture. It
I'm
is,
making
but
you
I'm saying
marry
Do
the woman you
you think his
impregnate.
dad could have helped him with his corn addiction? Because he clearly has a problem. I mean,
Clearly.
Y'all
you
listen
think
to
his
Trigger
dad could have
Mike. He
helped him with
just Trigger Mike just told you his daddy owned a strip club, and y'all listen to this Negro.
that?
Hey, listen, that's business. That's
Y'all just
business.
missed that whole shit.
That's business.
But all right, anyway.
That's business. Separate. Y'all wild. Let me get this super chat read. If you're just tuning in, welcome to the Trigger Mike Show on the Lapeef Network. $5 super chat. Appreciate those super chats. Please keep them coming in. It's payday. Support your man, Trigger Mike. All right, AL, $5. Those white dudes doing the same thing. It just gets covered on the back page of the news. Or they PR team smart enough to not let it come out at all. You dudes better learn. It's not even WhatsApp. What is it now? The encrypted app. Like these dudes, this is why I say they're dumb. Do what you gonna do. You're a man. Women don't understand what you're gonna do, but men do. You got I'm telling you, there is no way you'd ever link me to any of these women, ever.
Yeah, I mean, NBA players and corn stars is nothing new. I mean, KD and Blake Griffin were linked to Lana Rhodes, and she had a baby or something like that. Like, this is nothing new. They do it all the time.
They do it all the time. Just
How
they
and why
talk
do
so
y'all know
much.
all this
They
stuff?
still gonna link you, Mike. They talk so much. They want to be seen.
no, they can talk. What I mean is that you ain't gonna be able to confirm nothing.
She gonna have you saying my name Trigger Mike, Social Security number on camera.
So think about it like this. No, this stuff has long-term implications on these people's endorsability. So the last idiot they got caught out like this was LaMelo. He was messing with the corn star.
But hold on, Trigger. Somebody Kevin Garnett told this man on the court, my homeboy said your girl tastes like honey nut Cheerios.
No, you
So
talking
I ain't
about
blame him for that
Carmelo.
shit.
You talking about LaMelo.
No, I said Kevin Garnett told Carmelo, his homeboy said,
Right, but he talking
Lala.
about LaMelo.
Hey, he waited for him too in the tunnel.
Yeah, honey nut Cheerios is flying up the shelves too.
If you don't say the whole name, it automatically go to Carmelo. I don't know. We don't talk
He was
about
gonna get
LaMelo.
pieced up. I ain't gonna lie. Garnett did a lot of talking. I don't think he ever got to back it up because I think Melo would piece his ass up. I ain't gonna lie.
and his wife left him. Shit, as soon as he retired,
Your wife tastes like
you
honey
can't
nut
control
Cheerios.
these women. You know how bold you got to be to say some shit like that, Trigger, on the court.
No, that's bold. That is bold. All right.
And he definitely took Carmelo off his game. He couldn't play for him. He was beside himself. I saw that game. He could never get his composure back. When he said his wife tastes like honey nut cherry. That shit trended through the area for like weeks, man. That shit was funny as hell.
But ain't nobody said nothing about Zion girl though, so I give him points for that.
But let me
She
tell
gonna
you,
be a
she
corn
tastes like
talk.
something, but it ain't no goddamn honey nut Cheerio.
You
Yeah,
gotta
rat's
bring
How
it.
you
ass.
know, Rich? How you know what she
Man,
tastes?
come on, man.
How you
Yeah, you
know?
know, man. No, man. I look at her and say, man, this shit's kind of dirty, man. I couldn't even.
Man,
Oh
these
no,
porn stars
I
ain't
think
having
Lala can
these
take
porn
you off your
stars ain't
feet,
having no
Payne.
more.
No, no, no.
That's,
Lala
they
can
not
have
having
something. I'm
as
talking
much
about
as
Williamson's girl, man. Get out of here, man. No way. She look ratchet, man.
Damn. I'd have waited till the series was over and then slapped the hell out of him. Like, you know what? I, I know the game you're playing, but you're not gonna
But
make
the
it out of
fact,
the arena on the last game of the series, and I'm gonna slap
but
the
the fact,
taste out of his mouth.
he ain't say
All right.
him. He said his homeboy, so you know it's true. He could have
Oh,
easily
damn! I was
said,
looking for that video too of her fighting. I ain't gonna play it
Y'all
though.
dropped in the back chat, Trigger Mike.
Yeah. I'm about to watch that. All right, let me get this next question popping. DMT, we're gonna start with you. So, what can be done to stop these behaviors from young black athletes? Can anything be done?
they got to start bringing back OGs in the locker room. That's
Mm.
what I peeped. Cause what, Ja damn near the oldest one. Steve Adams for the Grizzlies,
No, he
Zion
white. They're
and
not gonna listen to him. He white. They're not gonna
yeah,
listen to him.
exactly. They ain't gonna listen. There ain't no but young people in there. Who wants Zion? The oldest, Brandon Ingram. It ain't no but young people in there. And unfortunately enough, Brandon Ingram ain't been in no shit. So I mean, it's just all about having OGs in there. So I
Yeah,
understand
but
y'all
Um,
saying your
OG that's
daddy, but
in the
I
right
would
game.
say this. I would say
I
this.
have done. I
I
have done some stuff
disagree.
making $15 an hour, and I still want to listen to my daddy over a female. I know it's wrong, but when you're young,
I,
you follow your heart more. So I get what y'all saying, but
I
it's a
disagree.
phase.
I don't think there ain't no way around it. And what you said, DMC, about the OGs, man. Do you remember watching what's the name of the goddamn documentary with Jordan? First
Uh,
Last Dance?
Last Dance,
Last
yeah.
dance.
Did you hear what Jordan described the OGs was doing?
in the room
But
doing coke.
That's
that was
The
why
the
I said
OG,
you
'70s.
gotta have OGs
the
that's doing the right
OGs was
thing. You
getting
can't
it
just have
in.
any OGs in
Goddamn
there.
But that was the '70s and '80s though. But that wasn't women. They
Damn,
was
I'm
secluded
glad
that
Oh
nobody
no,
I
else
no,
didn't
no,
know.
play
no,
that
no, no.
video.
It was definitely women
Titties
there.
everywhere.
Didn't Magic catch HIV in the 90s?
Them shit
Magic wasn't
slipping up.
playing with Jordan. He went on the Bulls team. That ain't got nothing to do with Michael Jordan.
Magic was getting hoes. What you talking about?
I mean,
We talk y'all.
Wilt the Stilt hit 100. Man, come on, y'all.
He didn't
Will
play
said
for the
he hit
Bulls neither.
10,000. Will said he
It
hit
don't matter. He was
10,000
playing
chicks.
basketball. The
How Wick
OGs
I don't
Chamberlain
ain't.
think
gonna
none
control?
of them got
How Wick
people to
Chamberlain
be
gonna
holding their
control
team.
Jordan?
That's the problem.
I think
I'm
the
saying they
OGs
can't be
wouldn't
controlled,
do nothing
man.
but tell them how to not
You.
get caught.
So I'm
That's it.
saying, like,
That's it.
I'm saying, even the
That's it.
people within the organization they work for, like, if you got mentors in there that's kind of keep an eye on you or something like that, maybe that can help. But right now, they getting paid millions of dollars. All they care about, as long as you don't mess up the brand of the team and you show up to practice into the games. Other than that, they really don't care what you do. So guys out here being influenced by rappers, by older OGs that's out of the league, that's probably doing what they trying to do, linking up with them. So ain't no really high character individuals that they being led by. Everybody around them is really looking at them and letting them do what they do because they got the money. So you just need some high character individuals around them to kind of tell them how to move. You know, I think you ain't never gonna stop all this from happening. Like this gonna keep happening. We're gonna go through another 3 or 4 draft classes, and we gonna see kids in the 25, 26 class coming up with the same thing. It's gonna be a new porn star, new stripper, new situation. But you can mitigate it by putting high character mentors around them that say, hey man, check before you do that, think about this. Don't make that move. But here, let me go with you while we go here, so make sure you don't do nothing crazy. Because their entourage clearly ain't gonna do it. So somebody gotta do it.
Nah, so that's basically it for me. So this is the worst part about it, is that as far as black culture is concerned, we know that shit is trash. And the worst part about it is somehow they hijacked the mainstream culture, because every group, every white people. So y'all right, white people, Hispanics, they all got underculture. Everybody got trash culture, but for some reason, for black people, that shit is the mainstream. So it ain't the black dad, it ain't the Cliff Huxtable, and like, you see what I'm saying? That dude in every other ethnic group, it's the smart dude, not even smart, even if it's an athlete, it's the dude that's pristine condition. No matter what he doing, he's protected because his image is family, community, unit. Like, he all in the commercials, talking to kids with this. How they did Michael Jordan. You know what I mean? Talking to kids, I want to be like Mike commercials. He could be dicking down a new joint every night, but that's his image. You see what I'm saying? And they protect that image. They protect that brand. Somehow, these young dudes have nobody like that to look up to as the top person because they think that's whack. I say what I really think it needs to be these dudes and society in general pushing the LeBrons, all of the dudes that got the life like them, and those dudes need to stop trying to associate, because I give it to women all the time. I'll be like, y'all need to stop, the wives need to stop endorsing 304 behavior. But now I need to go come to the men and be like, yo, the husband types, the upstanding dude types need to stop endorsing thug behavior. Stop being like, if they call you to be in a video, be like, that's not really my brand, fam, but I appreciate the invite. So like, as much as I love that life, like, yo, I would love to be in that video. That shit look tight. Dudes need to start being like, that's not really my brand. Like LeBron need to be like, that's whack. I can't do that. It don't fit. Like dudes that are really about something need to learn how to separate themselves and really go up to these dudes and say, just like their father should say, I know you're going to participate in the culture. Do not put that shit on cam. That shit is underground. We only mess with that type of shit on the low. Never should that be people's perception of you. And that's the way I feel about it.
All right, Trigger, one thing. The fact Shaq cheated on Shawnee all these years and never got caught. And the only reason he got caught was Kobe snitched on him when he got caught. So
yeah,
it ain't the hiding it. Yeah, it ain't
other
the
than D'Angelo Russell. That was the bitch.
So that's a different story.
But the fact Kobe told on Shaq when he got caught. So it ain't the fact you hiding it, because it ain't that hard to spot a 7-foot motherfucker walking in Los Angeles. But Kobe the one who snitched on him. It be inside jobs.
That's sometimes it do.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you something else, Mike.
I think
I'm gonna let out one more. Go ahead, Trey.
If you want to change the behavior of these players, you gotta hit them in the pockets, and I think that's the only way that's gonna change anything. If you really want them to be more responsible, not only about the brand, the shield, but just themselves, their self-respect. You gotta hit them in the pockets, and you gotta stop guaranteeing these contracts. If it were me, you can't get a guaranteed contract in your first 5 years. If it was up to me. Because you essentially are on probation. That's how I would do it. And any reason I need to take some money from you, I would take some money from you until you understand that this is bigger than you and this is about the organization. But other than that, as long as these a majority of these NBA, I don't know if you guys know that, but a majority of these NBA contracts are guaranteed. So as long as these contracts are guaranteed, like Zion, but listen, I'm telling you, Zion don't give a damn what people think right now. He don't care. The money's still coming in.
So Trey, you would take his money because he got a stripper pregnant?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Come on, Trey. Come on, Trey.
But Trey's right. I agree with him. But you can't do
right. That ain't illegal.
Come on, Trey.
No, principle, he's right, but it's never going to happen.
Hold on, y'all, because Trey is right, because it's not taking money. It's about, remember, they all have morality clauses.
There you go.
And they have to they get to dictate because they're
It's a
looking at it like
private
this.
organization. You got to
Exactly. They can be like, the direction you moving. Remember, the most endorsable person is the dad, the clean dude, because that dude can be marketed at a husband. He can be marketed in any circle. Think about it this way. If the J community got something against you, they're probably not going to endorse you no more. The clean image, meaning you can be marketed to Asians, you can be marketed to whites, you can be marketed internationally across every religion and culture. You're the most favored dude to win any contract. The second you become less, every move you make, like Zion making, you become less endorsable. You got a baby out of wedlock, you become less endorsable. You got a baby by a stripper or a corn star, you become like all of his kid, anything is now gone. Everybody who was planning something for him, that's gone.
So Trigger, let me ask you this. If Zion pulled up that this woman actually tricked him, he didn't know she was a corn star. Would you give him the money back?
That man is a victim.
Zion is a victim. We just brought up how women. Hold on, Trey.
If he can prove that it wasn't him, yeah, he can get his money back. If he can prove that he didn't know it. He didn't know that he got tricked legitimately. Yes, he can have his money back.
No, he sent. But they got the text.
Hold on, Trigger. But we just brought. Yeah. But Trigger, we just brought up how these women have game plans now.
Do you know the worst part about it? Let me give y'all an example of why this is actually bad PR. I would deny every single thing. It don't even matter if I did it or not. These dudes are complicit because they never say nothing. As soon as that chick would have said, "This is me," I'd be like, lies. Lies.
I can make an argument that Zion is participating.
I got pushback.
That he's participating in prostitution, and that's detrimental to my team, to my organization.
Oh yeah. And who's the best that ever did it?
Hold on. Look at how they did Deshaun Watson, bro. Look at how they did Deshaun Watson. That should tell you everything. The dude tried to leave the team. They did him like that.
I got pushback.
No, he did himself.
Perfect point, Trigger. Perfect point.
But who told us how to handle prostitutes and sexual interaction? It was a very wise man named Bill Clinton. What did he say? I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
And look, until the evidence came out, he was going to stick with that story. That's what Zion should do.
They don't be saying nothing. They don't deny it or nothing. That's a problem.
Yo, Trigger Mike, I got a question.
Yeah.
Why are we condemning these NBA players? One, I believe most of them is because they're banging the chicks that y'all want to bang, and you can't get
forgiving them.
No, you're bashing all these NBA players. Whoa, you can't bang her. No, you can't do that. Whoa. So I want to control what they're doing.
There's a reason. I can give you my reason.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
If they're not out here banging Wigosaurs and pulling out pistols and all this other stuff, then what would the YouTube talking point mafia have to do? Because y'all know about baby mamas and players that played in the 8th string, drafted in the 8th round in 1922. I don't know nothing about Zion's baby. I don't know this stuff. Y'all know about, look at Kobe Bryant's baby mama. Look at the side chick of Kendall Gill when he played in 86.
Kendall Gill, you took that shit back. God.
Kendall Gill.
I'm saying the stuff I'm hearing, y'all know about the porn star from who invented it back when it was on an 8-track. Y'all know about the dude's baby mama in Dominican Republic when they caught a boat over there. If they weren't doing this, y'all wouldn't have anything to do.
Nah, but I'm gonna be real.
There would be no talking points.
You're right about something. So that's a good question because even women in the chat, they'll ask one specific question: why do black men care who another black man is sleeping with? And I think what people look at it, you'll look at it as a complaint or a talking point. What it is from me is genuine concern. So I cannot be the only person. Hold on, let me finish?
Go ahead.
I cannot be the only person who is exhausted at the the reputation of black men and this being put out in the mainstream. I just said that because the part that really gets me every time is that we keep having major failures by people with the most influence. As far as black men are concerned, we are now upside down. We are below 500 in wins when it comes to black men having a large amount of money and influence doing the right thing and representing the right way with it, in my opinion. So I have a daughter, I have a son. I'm extremely sensitive about all the stuff that Black women do outwardly because my daughter could be affected by that. And that's who she might look up to without my knowledge. I'm extremely sensitive about who the behaviors of influential Black men, because that's who my son might look up to, and I might have no control over that. So I'm the type of person that says, who are the role models for young Black men and young Black women? So I can push that on my children, right? Do you think my daughter's gonna have a poster of Gabrielle Union in her goddamn room? Hell no. She toxic, right? So I just want to see more wins in the category of Black influential people. That's why I talk about it.
Trigger Mike.
I talk about it because when you kick it with so many women, they all talk about the same shit constantly, repeatedly.
I talk about it because I want to.
You got no choice but to entertain it or listen to it. Every female talk about 16 and pregnant, all these housewives shows. Eventually, you sit down and be like, let me just look and see what they talking about, and it get interesting. Not all, but some, and you just end up keeping tabs. That's my thing.
Well, Scan, what would you rather talk? You want to talk about Joe Biden? Would you like to talk about the war in Ukraine? Would you
I can talk about it all.
What would you like to talk about, Stan?
I can talk about it all. But in order to talk with women, they want to talk about what they want to talk about, and sometimes you just got to entertain it because they'll try to, Halle Berry did this, and Halle Berry didn't do none of that. You got to keep them on their square. So I mean, you got to be versatile with Ukraine to housewives. I mean, that's my point of view.
Stan, you want to talk about Trump's indictment? Is that what you want to talk about? What you want to talk about?
No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying,
I hope Trump come back and win. You ask me.
No, what I was saying was this: it's we got to get the NBA players. They got to stop doing this. Why do you know what they're doing?
You got to patent that voice,
How do you know who these people are?
I know what they're doing because I can read, man. I can read.
Baby mama,
I can
if
read.
It's something about if it's something about I want my daughters and I want blackety examples and bliggity black, then it's only the Jays and only the Hispanics got it together. Black examples and wigs and dust. I'm like, pick one. Then you ain't no examples. But then it's we ain't got nothing. Like, okay, you have access to information. You got access to the best or the worst of Black. Then tomorrow's show is going to be, look at this blackity over here ain't doing nothing.
All Saturday.
Blackity.
This blackity over here. Sierra's dress. Russell Wilson. Zion. There are other Black people. They exist.
But it's women on the show.
What would you like to talk about, Stan?
Women. We can't just.
I'm just gonna try. No, I realize people gonna do what they want to do.
Wicked sources. He likes to talk about women.
Right.
You still have to ask the question, Scam. What would you like to talk about?
No, y'all say what you want.
Yeah, troll, man. Y'all should talk about now.
There's a day.
Look, y'all.
People
It's Friday though. I'm about to get out of here.
Damn.
It's Friday.
But
at 5
you're probably
o'clock.
gonna have a good position on this. What can be done to stop these behaviors from among young Black athletes?
No, listen.
You're asking me. Oh, go ahead, Arpane.
Yeah, listen. First of all, I mean, I don't know if that's the right question.
Yes,
because there's a combination of three things from the basic nature of man, cultural influences, and the environment that they grew up in. So we can only say a message that we think people should follow, and the ones who want to follow it will, and the ones who don't won't, no matter what you do.
Yeah, just troll them.
I mean, go ahead. What you gonna say?
Here's the deal. People are gonna do what they want to do.
Yeah, man.
You're asking, hey, I just noticed Dusto. I just noticed Scam like you that you're Black. So you're responsible for all the Black athletes that you don't even know and getting them in order. No, they're going to do what they want to do. I barely even watch the game. I'm responsible for trolling. That's my job. But how are you going to save the Black community? I'm not. Neither are you.
Yeah, but you know what? You still should put out a positive message, and the people who want to listen, the people who want to listen to it will.
They said no.
No. But hold on, Scam. Hold on, Scam. because there are some who will listen, and there's some. Listen, if we don't think that the veterans in the NBA haven't talked to these young guys, we're fooling ourselves. These guys have gotten years of education. Hey, Zion, you're going to make a lot of money. You don't think nobody talked to him about that?
No. So let me say,
no. Mike, you don't think nobody talked to him about that?
Payne,
Well, they
Payne,
have to go through
this is actually a modern trend. This is actually a modern trend. I don't think they have talked to them in detail or in anywhere near as much as they can, because I think so many black men now, especially like you see it not only in those circles, you see it in the circles on the ground, at the ground level. Black men who have achieved and are doing something for themselves behave like an island onto themselves. They're literally just chilling, doing whatever they're doing because they think it's hopeless to talk to those dudes. Literally, like, look, they get called names. Literally, when I can remember the people who did that for me, we would be listening intently because we actually had interest in being exactly like those men. Those dudes will try to talk and they'll be like, man, that shit whack. And they'll be like, you know what? Let me go over here and raise my kids because these niggas stupid anyway. That's how most men get down these days. I'm telling you.
I say we just blame the women's.
I like that. Blame single moms. It's y'all.
Can we get a couple of single moms to come up on the panel so we can blame everything on you?
Let me stop. I'm not blaming single moms today.
I still disagree with you, Mike. I really do, man. Those guys are in intimate settings with people who are doing well in the NBA. Even Zion, he's just an asshole. But some of these guys are just assholes. And they're going to always be assholes, but you can't tell me through high school, through college, to now the pros. Nobody's never gave them the game. That's just so hard to believe. They just not listening.
So let me qualify the statement, because I think what it is now is that we've lost. Like, if we're going to say there is no community, we got to realize that it goes all the way across the board in the effects. That is, I think more people and more coaches are looking to come up off of these children, that now it's less beneficial for you to help guide them, because the second they don't like something you say, they're going to find another mentor, right? So I feel like a lot of these mentors are acquiescing to these young boys.
That's called free will. They're basketball players put the ball in the damn basket. That's what they get paid to do.
Yep,
that's their job.
You sound like a shut up and dribble guy. Shut up and dribble.
Yeah.
Listen, I hear you guys. We won't have to go into it, but I disagree 100%.
Some of them.
Let me piggyback off you.
All right, look at it like this. Hold on, y'all. Do y'all remember when black athletes were also good students?
No, because they graduated and went straight to the NBA.
Like they used to. When I was young, they used to be good students. They would have them dress up for every game. They had their own study hall, and they had to finish their homework.
Oh yeah.
Nobody requires that shit of them no more.
That's
what I'm saying. All of it has fell off. All of the guidance for young athletes and all that, it's fallen off. They used to be good students. They're not like that no more.
What does student have to do it with? Okay.
What I mean is, it's like an all-encompassing experience. So what Mr. Rich is saying is that these kids have been getting guidance from people since they were young. And I would say the Kobe era and all of that ended that. You were getting good guidance.
It's just not true.
That's not true. They get more guidance now than they ever had.
Okay. Payne, look, Payne, I'm older than John Morant. So the fact that his daddy made it to the league, his daddy should be teaching him. What can I tell him? That would be my whole perspective if I was on the team. You got a whole daddy in the NBA. So what could I possibly tell you that your daddy shouldn't already tell you? He already crashing out showing guns. Is he not? He's showing guns.
Because he's an asshole. That's not because he wasn't told nothing. He's just an asshole. Sometimes people are just assholes. I mean, that's what I'm trying to say. So we don't know what happened behind the scenes. We're assuming that these guys are making these bad choices because nobody told them anything, and you're giving them a pass by saying that. I'm saying they were told, and they don't want to listen. They were told.
Well, we know.
Ain't no way in hell you can stop. Ain't no way in hell you can stop me from doing what I want to do.
Well, we know.
No, I agree with you. But that doesn't mean I don't say it.
We know for
so if I'm a player on the team and you make more than me and your daddy in the league before, what can I tell you? What can I do? What will make me want to pull you to the side and we run the same position?
Say that for a trigger, Mike. I'd be like, what? Where? They were like, you was in my chat acting crazy. This dude just be going to other people's chat with my name, bro.
Oh, I thought that was you.
I saw you got a troll.
No, he just posed me a question. I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying.
Fuck you for using these eyeballs like these are my goddamn eyeballs.
What I'm saying to you is that doesn't stop you from telling me what you want me to do. You know, even if I'm below you, I could give you unsolicited advice. You just won't listen to it. You know, so that doesn't mean I didn't say it. You just didn't want to hear it. That's all I'm trying to say. You can't tell me that John Morant, he was in the office with the commissioner and everybody else, and he still came back and did the same stupid shit. Zion, you think nobody told Zion, listen, you got all these hyenas and these hoes out there. You know, you can't fall prey to the silent storm.
He knew that before he got to the league.
They telling Zion right now that they don't want him to come back down there because he way too much.
They've all known that stuff before.
I don't want to hear nothing after that.
Here's the thing. There's a rookie symposium they all have to go to. The NFL has one too. For all these rookies, and basically all it is they just bring a bunch of old heads up there to tell them, don't get caught up in doing this crap. Don't do this. Be careful with your money. Count your chickens. All that nonsense that they tell them. They all have to go through it. It's a part of the rookie process. So I agree with Richland saying, listen, they know better. They just don't give a damn. They don't care. I don't think Zion. I don't listen. Nobody can even tell Zion to lose weight. He's obviously needs to lose weight. Everybody knows he needs to lose weight. I
don't agree with that. I don't agree with that part.
You don't agree with it.
No, you don't think he needs to lose weight?
Be the overweight.
No, he's only gonna. The guy is not going to be a stick figure. He's been playing basketball that way for his whole career.
Mr. Rich, hold on. He absolutely needs to lose weight because you lose.
No, he got lost weight. He did lose weight. That's not his issue.
Hold on. He plays basketball, a quick twitch muscle sport. So his metabolism is only going to get slower.
So you're trying to say he can't play basketball because his body type
I'm saying his body is not holding.
He needs to lose weight. That is correct.
It's not just a weight issue.
Hold on.
I mean, the guy's never going to be. Look at Charles Barkley plays big.
Hang on, Rich.
Why does it got to be the overweight guy saying he don't got to lose weight?
People who
Derrick Rose ran the entire flow, and he still got injured.
Hang on, Ash. People who work within the organization, who know a lot more than we know, have said he needs to lose weight. You think they're wrong?
So hold on, Mr. Rich. Let me tell you why that's even a bad thing. He keeps having the same injury over and over.
Maybe it's not a weight issue.
So Derrick Rose needs to lose weight.
I disagree. It's a weight issue.
I disagree. We don't know if it's a weight issue. I mean, the point is the guy is not going to come in looking like Steph Curry. The guy has a certain body type that he plays basketball. This year when he came back, this year when he came back, he was as light as he ever was, and he still got hurt.
But that's what we're talking about. No, this is what we're talking about, though. That's whenever his level of conditioning is sound with what he needs to do to produce the way he did in the first part of the season before he got hurt. He doesn't condition like that. That's why he got hurt. He goes to that weight to start the season. He'll get fat. He'll think he can make it up in the offseason. He needs to stay consistently training those muscles so that doesn't happen to him. He's overexerting. Him and Ja Morant overexert themselves.
He thinks he's Jokic.
Rose needs to lose weight.
He could be fat all year and then come back and play. He's not Jokic. Jokic can do that nonsense. I don't know how Jokic does that. Jokic is tall, so he can shoot over everybody,
and he don't jump. But Rose need to lose weight. Trigger. Rose need to lose weight. He need better training. We saw how that ended.
Who?
Derrick Rose.
First of all,
Ja Morant is the new Derrick Rose, bro. He needs to stop jumping the way he's fucking jumping into heavy centers and shit. Like I literally hold my breath every time John Morant goes to the
Yeah.
side of the post.
Exactly.
Well,
But
you ain't gonna have to worry about it for
if he
half
had
a
more players
season.
on the court,
You're
if he
not gonna
had
have
more
to
players
worry
on the
about
court,
it
he
for
would have
half
never
the
got
season.
hurt.
Like, they
Because he
think
ain't playing for the first half of the season. He's out. So don't have to worry about
he
that.
ain't playing. No, he ain't playing. All right, let's get final thoughts on the topic, man. Young men make dumb decisions. Ashton, we're gonna start with you.
Like y'all was saying, I think we need a community around these players to, help them out. Yeah, Trey said he need to take their check, but did we forget about the Megan Stallion case? She got shot. They didn't tell who it was. Tory Lane's fingerprints weren't even on the gun. He still got convicted for them trying to help Megan and her saying that men don't protect black women. I think
Well,
we just need a
it's eyewitness
community to
account. When people testifying against you, you screwed.
trigger. They was in Hollywood at the least. You can't. You know how big them houses is. You can't see nobody across the street.
Well,
Come on,
yeah,
man.
the testimony's still gonna screw you.
Exactly. They did what they did just to
They
put
could be.
Tory
They
Lane.
could all be lying, but if they testify,
But trigger. The thing of you need evidence, and the fact is it wasn't no fingerprints or
a
heels on that
testimony
gun, and he
is
still got
Eyewitness
arrested.
evidence.
testimony is evidence.
Yeah, I'm like, it's evidence, bro.
Versus the fingerprints.
No,
Trigger.
I'm with you. I think
No,
it's
I'm just saying.
illegal.
Ashton wants a smoking gun. That's not how court cases work.
Yeah,
I get what y'all saying, but I'm just saying
a jury of his peers found him guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. Like that's how that shit worked, bro. He literally could have not have did that shit, but he was found guilty by a jury of his peers.
This the gone head shit. Trey, the Megan best friend got immunity, and she still didn't tell on nobody. What they tell you?
Doesn't tell me anything. Anytime anybody gets immunity,
I'll tell you what it.
Thank you, Trigger. Thank you, Trigger. Thank you.
I'm saying it tells you that she thinks she's gonna get hurt if she do tell.
Nah, that means she did the shit, but she went up there and said she don't know, so they could put the shit on Tory.
Exactly,
and I'm gonna leave it at
these
that.
people gonna get you hurt. You know how black people feel about.
Well, if she did it, wouldn't her fingerprints be on the gun?
They didn't never test her, from my understanding. But
they never fingerprinted the gun.
But they never fingerprinted the gun.
No, they fingerprinted the gun. But I'm gonna leave.
No,
it.
they
You see how they
DNA tested the gun. It's two different things.
All right. So
okay, well, how they protected Megan? That's how we need to start protecting these players. It don't matter. It may
protecting no dude who's sleeping with porn stars.
So you want to protect him for $40K for not to tell or post a shit?
Hell no.
$40K. Trigger, I'ma holler at y'all. Trey just going all out with
all right.
$40K. You ain't gonna take.
Nah.
All right. So let me just give the last word here for me. And listen, if we could just raise the level of discernment for men in terms of their sexual weakness towards the box from whatever percentage it is now, which is really low, to some critical mass, maybe we can start changing things. But the first thing of any addiction or any affliction, you gotta admit that you have one. And the more we have men running around here thinking they're in charge of the sexual marketplace, we're never going to pass go. It's the arena of sex and getting sex is absolutely 100% controlled by women. And we don't have any shortage of examples on why that's true. Because that's what we talk about on these things, how stupid men are for the box. And it's not like I wasn't, or any man here who's ever been sexually active hasn't been a victim to that. And there was a turning point in your life where you kind of understood that if you didn't have any discernment of what should be in control, you get lost in it. And we just got so many men, whether they're rich, whether they're middle class, or whether they're poor, who are just powerless to the siren song of the box that women have. And it's destroyed civilizations, it's destroyed communities. And we're living through it now, So Zion Williams is another cautionary tale of a man who's out of control because some woman threw some shit on him, and Some guys dodge a bullet like the guy who just got off, and some guys don't, like Tory Lanez. Right? Who puts two girls that you're stroking in the same fucking car and thinks everything is going to be okay?
A pimp.
Hey, I'm trying to. It's not for the week.
Pimp.
Not for the week.
A pimp.
I told you,
man, I'll land it there.
But no, I agree with you on that.
I'll keep this quick.
It is a bad move. It's a bad move on his part.
I'll keep this quick.
It's pimping though. It's play.
These ball players are not going to stop sleeping with corn stars and Instagram hoes. It's not going to stop. Just pick quieter hoes. That's all you got to do. Pick ones that's not going to be loud and spread your business all over the place, because you're not going to stop doing it. You're going to keep doing it. So just
Trey, they don't even have the power to understand who the quiet ones are. So therefore. Remember, nothing we do should be in the effort to control others. Control yourself in the effort. Learn espionage. Okay? Learn espionage. There is literally a way to do everything so no one finds out and you can protect yourself. They literally have apps now that you can get consent, literally videotape consent and fingerprint identification. Okay, I'm telling you, if I was rich like that, this is what I would be doing. I just want to record you saying that.
Listen, if I had $200 million, I would just go get a vasectomy. That's what I would do.
Oh, so let me say that's actually a question that I forgot to leave out. I was like, that is probably just seeing the way this is happening. Male birth control is going to change the dynamic of this whole thing.
Change the game, baby.
It's going to change the game. When they have the ability not to trap you with babies. And they're already losing credibility on the grape and SA front. They losing credibility because they crying wolf every day behind that. But male birth control, when they don't have a baby to hold over your head for a lifetime, all the power gonna shift back into the dudes. In fact, we're gonna make a Patreon.
Can you feel that scam? Can you feel that power coming back to the men's? You feel that?
No, y'all prove my very points. A whole bunch of hundreds of men that get on panels, outraged, blood pressure up, yelling, the women's, asking for power from baby mamas with curlers in their head. The hell is this?
They got the cooch. What we supposed to do, Scam? What we supposed to do, Scam?
They're talking about, the white man's getting me. The J's got the power. Do you see 400 gays and Hispanics lined up all protesting with signs? The women's are getting us. They're taking us. Do you see that? Do you see actual successful people walking around? What's the problem? Women's, man. What are we talking about? Well, not we. What are y'all talking about? Crazy. Power from the women's. And you're talking about you want some submission.
Power from the women's. I want it. I'm sorry. I still want it, but I get it either way. So. Not my issue. Y'all dudes better tighten up, man. All right, thank y'all for coming up today, man.
Hey, later on, gentlemen.
All right.
When in doubt, people blame the women's.
Indeed, we will. Thank y'all for coming up to the Trigger Mike Show and chilling with your boy today. Thank you for all the super chats. It's been a great Friday as usual. Chilling with y'all. Thank y'all for. Oh damn, Sweeney, I'm hungry as hell, bro. I'm hungry as hell. My bad. I wish I'd seen you down there, my man Sweeney, in the building. But yes, please. See y'all on Monday. We're gonna have another hot topic for you. It's good to chop it up on this one with y'all. I'm about to get out of here. I gotta go eat before I pick my kids up. They always want to do stuff on Friday. You know how it is. Got to keep the family intact. All right, do stuff with your children. Hope y'all have a great weekend. And I gotta pick some goggles up for them because the pools are back open in our community. So yeah, be safe. Stay away from these hoes. I'm sorry, these women's. Wrap it up if you can. If you don't, go get a vasectomy, like Trey said. That step one, protect your seed, fellas. All right. So shout out to the sponsor, Tiege Hanley. Yeah, man. We out. Catch y'all next time.